People are talking about the Oni of Ife being the prize.
Shout out to, listen, look at the man is PhD women.
Managialis.
He's set to marry his
Women
sixth
that are
wife.
leaders of industry, entrepreneurs.
That would swear
They are going
never
to
find
take
themselves in
third wife,
polygamous
fourth wife,
situations.
fifth wife, and you say men are. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
see my guy Yeezys, bro.
we are back. Shout out there in the background
With the Yeezys.
with the Yeezys and the Ankara jackets. They're paying him too much. Somebody call the HR. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in action. We are active on the streets. The Terms and Conditions podcast is back, baby. And we are here by special demand of our listeners who, if we don't release an episode, insult our lives on Twitter. We love y'all. Your host once again, Motolani Alake, Melody Hassan, and
Hassan.
Melody Hassan, sorry.
Why do you pronounce my name as Alake?
It's not Alake.
What's the correct pronunciation?
Alake.
Really?
Bro, please chill.
Motolani Alake.
Is it Alake?
Alake.
It's not Alake.
No.
Ashake Alake.
Alake has more personality.
That's a Kingston, bro.
Please, I beg you.
Alake.
That's some Kinglish shit, bro.
Alake.
Where are you from again?
Confused.
shut up.
Melody Hassan.
Where are you from? With your padlock in your chain.
Tran, is that a real
It's a
question?
very altered chain.
You guys continue.
Sounds
with
like
your intro,
something
please.
just will rock.
It's a very altered chain. Melody Targaryen. The hair.
Melody, when are you going to make Targaryen here?
White.
No. Why?
You should, though.
So, her boyfriend saved her name as Red on his
So
phone.
you have to stay on
so
brand.
she's on brand. Shout out
Red.
to the live.
You guys, please, I beg you. Can we not do
And
this?
I am Excel Joab, first of his name. King of the Andals.
And the ruiner. and the last
And the
man.
first man. Always high. Off the milk of the puppy.
Which puppy?
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
You don't
Of
watch
course I
it.
do.
Have you watched this
Have
House
you
of
watched this House
Dragon?
of Dragon?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's
Don't
why.
worry about
You have to watch it.
Oh,
We are back. How you guys doing?
Fine. And also, like, shout out to the listeners, though. We've been having, like, guests back to back. You know, and people are like, oh my God, when are you guys going to be alone again? And we're like, you know what? Hold the drink. Look at us now.
The real truth is that
Alone.
Melody invited a guest that didn't show up.
Irresponsible
you know, you got.
Nigerian
I'm the real. I'll keep it real with y'all. Melody invited a guest.
Irresponsible Nigerian women.
The guest didn't show up, and Melody's covering up with, I got you. That. Nah, you didn't care about these niggas. You didn't care about the listeners.
This is very
You didn't care about. I keep it reals.
Anyway, so
I keep it reals. No Instagram.
Man, let's start it from in the conversation of irresponsible Nigerian women.
Yeah.
Let's Oduduwa, please.
What to do, please?
Oduduwa,
Yeah.
please.
Wow. You took it to the gods.
I don't understand.
You guys don't know the meaning of Oduduwa, please.
What does it
No.
mean?
When a Yoruba man comes with H tractor,
Eh.
Oduduwa, please.
Okay, I remember, yes.
Oduduwa, beg.
It's such a thing that people say on Twitter.
Oduduwa, beg.
Now you post this thing, no. Now you Oduduwa.
Go on.
Continue.
I don't understand. Okay, so yes, don't listen to Excel. What he's saying is iron nonsense. But yes, I'm going to read out a couple of messages that we have on you that we got on YouTube. Shout out to the listeners. Someone sent in a message saying that I love the chemistry between the three of you, Melody, Tolani, and Excel. Thank you for putting my name first. I appreciate that. You all make me watch the pod more than any artist. No disrespect. No, they bring another person into the mix. I won't read the end. That other part, I will say that word. Another person says, I totally enjoyed this episode, and this is the first time here, surprisingly. Thank you. The one with Joe Boy. So we have a first timer. The person's name is Antisocial.
You are welcome.
You are welcome.
You are welcome in the name of the
Somebody said Excel Nawere, and I agree. That is
Excel has a
absolutely
lot of fans,
true.
by the way.
He does.
Did you know that?
He
Did you know that?
does.
So I know that because of when I'm out in the most random of places, like church, for instance, or supermarket, or drinking somewhere, and somebody be like, "Guy, the real." I'll be like, wow, okay.
I'm not even joking. Like one time I was at a wedding. I was literally like walking in.
Yeah.
And you know how I am when I'm entering events. Like my eyes are down.
No, your eyes are not down. You form resting bitch face. You don't have a resting bitch.
My eyes are down. I'm trying to just keep straight, and I'm just trying to like just wiggle in. And somebody say hi, Melody. I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. I'm like, hi. Like from the podcast, how is the real? I'm like, it's fine. So how is it? I'm like, oh, it's fine.
Oh,
like,
that's
thank
also
you.
another thing. Anytime podcast people see me outside, they not ask, you think I'll carry Tolani and Melody everywhere?
No,
I'm going?
that was shout out to OJ. OJ is Skibby's manager.
Oh.
So we went to the end of cocktail events, which was fire.
Shout out to Lagos.
Lagos
Okay,
Cocktail
finish this
Week.
one.
Why
Then
did you
we'll
guys
enter Lagos
invite
Cocktail
me
Week.
though?
You wouldn't have come out to Friday.
Don't say that. I would have come out. You guys should stop doing that.
Guy, bro.
Please, okay, you guys, please invite me and we guys are going on Friday.
Alright, whoa.
I was actually hurt that you guys went out without me.
I'm
Daps
sorry.
came out though.
You see?
But what did OJ say?
So OJ said, I saw Excel now. I was asking where you. I'm like, bro.
Like,
Do you know that sometimes people want to invite me for an event and they'll be like, hi Melody, will you come? I'm like, nah, like your friends will be there. I'm like, who? Tolani and Excel. I'm like, why do you guys think we go out? Now you have so much fun. I'm like, guys, I don't even roll with those niggas like that.
oh my God.
But guess what you just did now?
What?
You also making an offer to roll with the niggas.
Or there. Somebody sent another message saying, Melody's looking fine today. I'm always looking fine. Bro, what's your name? Oku Magbe Enoch. I'm a fine girl. Don't do that. I look fine every day. I don't even have to try. So don't do that.
Is it because you don't wear makeup?
I'm a fine. Look, I'm a spec, oh, bro. No go day doll. You say if you know. Look at me now.
Respect with that nyash.
You're still a spec. Don't worry.
Tolani, what's that?
You're still a spec.
Spec with that. Are you serious? You're body shaming me. Because I don't have big bum. Don't do
It's
that.
only a shame if you're ashamed of it.
I didn't ask you. Chill. Listen.
It's only.
I rock.
Oh, it's only a
No,
shame.
you know my beef with you.
If you're
What?
ashamed
Let
of
me
it.
tell you something.
I rock. Small yash matters.
Intentionally,
Kokoshi.
I will never agree that you're a fine girl because you are not making us money.
Bro,
Bro, you have model body. Go to Milan. Let us be going to Milan.
Please, that's my next
À
stop.
Paris.
That's my next stop.
À Paris.
I'm just going to go to...
Le fait la fête.
Anyways, so guys, the messages are a lot actually. I can't take all of them, but we see them, especially on Twitter. This was I'm reading that from YouTube though, so please keep sending us those
Shout out to you guys
messages.
listening
love
and
it,
watching.
Love it.
Lagos Cocktail Week.
What happened there?
Listen. Listen.
I missed actually.
Baddies. You know when
brother.
Timaya say everybody the body.
No. That's not Timaya. That's Burna Boy, bro.
Burna Boy. Everybody the body.
Body. Oluwa Burna today.
Except will always post baddies everywhere he goes.
No, baddies are.
So where they were really fine girls there.
No, Timaya has done that too. Timaya has
Yeah,
actually done
everybody did bad.
Yeah, that's Timaya.
I don't come
now.
again.
Yeah, no.
Whether
yeah,
you like
that.
him.
Yeah, I did
He has
that.
done it.
I think there was another situation like that on Pass Me Your Love.
Yeah, he has done it.
Yes,
Not Timaya.
actually.
Was
Yes.
Timaya on Pass Me Your Love?
No.
I think
No,
it was
that's
Terry
Terry
G
G.
that did
Terry
that.
G and AY.com.
Yeah.
AY.com and Terry
Yeah.
G. So, we're at Lagos Cocktail Week. The second, I was there 2 days, but the second day I dragged
Yeah, I
Motolani
was there.
and Daps.
I was there.
Okay, we had the speaking engagement first on the
Yeah,
mainland.
which was very nice. Shout out to David Adeleke.
Shout out to
Since
David
you're-
Adeleke, the Communique. Subscribe to that newsletter.
Except told to aspire to require melody. Except said, I will not do aspire to require.
I give them.
The nigga, I was like, oh boy. Number one, Excel looks more like an artist than I do.
Yeah. So you know the funny thing for that event, I don't already wear native flowers. I was like, nah, fuck this shit. I
But
changed.
it was nice actually.
I
It
changed.
was
I
very
wear
nice.
t-shirts.
It was very, very nice.
You know, kicks. You know, and it was good. It was a great
It was
event.
very
Shout out
nice.
to David
Shout out to
Adeleke.
David.
And then from there we were like, there's traffic.
Where that small chops? Did you use that small chops?
No, I gave it to
Destiny.
I gave it to Destiny. Yes.
Okay.
And then we went to Lagos Cocktail Week. The drinks were on point. Shout out to the drinks.
But it was
Shout
just
out to
they
everybody.
gave me just 3 drinks, but because Excel is who he is.
How many did they give him?
It's me. I work in the alcohol industry now.
So
So
they just
everybody
give you-
that comes to Lagos Cocktail Week, you have this like QR code tag. So you're entitled to 3 drinks. After the 3 drinks, you have to go and top up your card.
And buy.
But they flawed my niggas. And they flawed them. Say they go drown. They go drown.
Why
Pool-
didn't you
pool
invite
full
me?
of
You
liquor.
guys, please don't do that.
You don't
next time.
drink. Now. You're not.
It's fine, but just invite me next time. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Come on, what was stage that night anyway?
I don't know.
God, bro.
There was more likely of him coming
We
out
have to
anyway.
settle this. This
Just
is
shut
this
up,
is this is an
please.
issue worth discussing.
Okay.
Can we not do that?
No, it
No,
actually.
no,
I don't.
no,
Oh
this
my
favors you.
God.
I think it's going to
It
favor
actually, it
you.
will favor
I
you.
I think it's
Yeah,
going to favor you. I
that
think it's
noise.
going to favor you. I think it's
So-
going to favor you.
What's all this for God's
We
sake?
have a unique, and I want our listeners to even give us feedback on
It's
this.
going to favor you.
In the
It's
comment
not. Nothing
section
you guys-
Listen
or
first.
Twitter, give us your own opinion on this.
Are you okay on my
Yes,
life? Don't do that.
Please. So myself, Motolani, and Melody are friends.
Obviously.
As
Don't know
it
you,
also
don't
as it also happens, myself, Motolani, and Melody, Hassan's boyfriend, are friends.
Jesus Christ.
A lot of times, guys want to hang out with the guys. You understand? You want to be with your boys and be active with your
But
boys.
some motherfucker somewhere.
And Melody is always like,
No.
I was your friend first.
But it's true.
I was your friend.
I can't.
Actually, that's the voice.
Melody's like, you're my friend first. Why are you hanging out with
But
him?
actually, that I think it's quite ridiculous.
Well,
though.
does that shit pain you actually for it?
It does,
does.
because
It
I
does.
am your friend. He's
It does.
not your.
He's
my guy.
So you're our
For
friend first. No, but I didn't even know him from you.
No,
my own
this
is not
one-
from you.
I didn't know it
No,
from you.
no, no.
from
Except
you.
you guys chill. You guys, everybody just chill, settle down.
okay.
You guys knew of each other, sure, but you guys became friends after me. Can we just stop
Yeah,
this long
no.
That's
story?
true, actually.
Not me.
That's true.
Except
No,
you
for
were
me,
just on
that's true.
talking basis. Then you guys now became close because of
For me,
me.
that's
and
true.
even you
Okay, yes,
too.
we're acquainted.
For me,
Yes,
that's
just
true.
chill.
And now we're
So
friends.
everybody, so you have to go back to default. I don't think it makes any sense for you to be friends with your friend's partner, whatever.
Okay, no, but see the thing. Here's the
But
thing.
you follow my ex on social, bro.
I am friends with your ex.
And you guys move
I am
comments.
friends with the women that you decide to date until you guys.
You don't know the women. How many of the women I decide to date have
she
you been
knows a
friends
few,
with?
she
So
knows
I know a few. For
Have
God's
you been
sake.
friends with?
Not friends, but acquaintance. Like the last one, I was already planning dates with the person now. So chill, okay? And when you guys eventually break up, they message me, Melody, you left me because your friend left me. I'm like, girl, I don't know what to do here.
Shots fired.
Shout out to the streets.
Just like, girl, what do you want me to do?
Shout out to the streets.
How do I navigate this relationship? Because, well, I was gonna hang
Man,
with
then
you.
fuck up the streets. And Melody picks the pieces. It's not like that, too.
Where do I go from
but
here?
it was a very weird. It's actually kind of interesting. but
Wait,
I
hold
guess-
on. With us guys, I know that guys, like a lot of men mentality is, you know your guy's babe, right? But you're not very close with your guy's babe.
No, that's standard.
Very
Except you
close
guys were
with your
friends first.
Guys, babe. Okay, but you are close with your friend that is dating a
Friends
man.
by
At least
friend,
anytime that Tolani was in a relationship, the times that I would speak with his babe
He's there.
is when he calls them and I'm there and I hey,
So like you now outside go and
But there's one that you guys are friends, actual friends outside of me.
doesn't ring a bell.
You bro, come on. Bro.
ring, booty call on
not
the
the last
cellular.
one. No,
This
it's not
thing.
that one. The person is not exactly an ex, but
One of your situations.
oh my god.
Numerous situations.
Oh, well.
Anyways,
You
my
know what
point
I'm talking
is,
about.
my point in all of this is,
Do me go on.
What do you think she has says?
my point in all of this is, you can't be more friends with your friends.
But your boyfriend is such a great guy.
That's my guy, bro.
That's our guy.
Okay. Let's not stretch.
Let me
it.
tell you
Let's move
something.
on.
Let me tell you what.
Let's
Let me
move
tell you what.
on.
Shut up and let me talk.
This guy's an idiot. You guys drag Tolani. I beg you. I beg you. Drag him. I
Whiskey
like,
FC, call Whiskey
let me
I
tell
like
you-
it when you guys do this. Drag
The very
and
nice,
tag me
the
and I'll
very nice
retweet it.
photos
So wait.
and the edits for my birthday. This guy did it for free.
Come on, friendship.
And
What you
then
saying?
after, I still wanted a video, a reel.
that
So
I
can-
created.
No.
That I
He
created.
created it. Mary, stop lying.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
created it. Stop lying. Yes.
They try to take credit.
Okay. Sure.
Are you a Nigerian artist?
Wait.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So wait. Well. So I've done more for you.
Like,
But it's not a competition.
I don't care. You're my friends first. Stick to the friend. Stick
okay,
to
but
me first. I
Melody,
don't like
like
that nonsense.
banter jokes aside,
Yes.
you think that we are closer to your boyfriend than you?
I think that you guys. Yes. No. No, that's not true. That's not true.
That's
It's not
not
true. It's
true.
not true. It's not true.
We just
But
hang
you guys,
out more.
no, but you guys do boys things. Like, what's that?
And we are boys. I don't understand.
No, stupid.
I think you women just
You won't follow us smoking both for nights. What's
Stop.
going on?
God.
What's going
Fuck.
on?
You guys banter about women and don't tell me. Then I'm walking in. You guys not be doing. What's
that's
that?
not true though.
Eh?
Well, me and
not
Tej
true.
do that one.
They do it.
Tej do that one.
When I enter, they'll not be doing. I'm like, what's that? It's so
That's
low.
not true though.
They do it.
We
I've
don't
caught
do
them
that.
before. Yeah, you don't do that, but
We
Excel
don't do
does.
that. I
Whatever.
don't. But to be honest, because Melody, you are a fucking crazy person.
I'm confused. Wait, what does that mean?
But seriously, I actually wish you were at Lagos Cocktail Week.
You guys should have come out, I promise. On that Friday, I actually wanted to come out.
Where were you? Where were
You know the funny thing that I called Excel. Excel is a liar. I called him. I said, Excel. Wait, I said, Excel. What are you doing this weekend now? What are you doing today? Let's go out. Like, let's hang at Tolani's. Will you come out? So let's. And she said he had work. If you had told me then that you guys are going to the cocktail thing,
It wasn't planned.
It wasn't planned.
It literally wasn't planned. If not for traffic, Tolani looked at traffic and was like, I cannot do this. Where else can we go? And I was like, okay, we have Lagos Cocktail Week happening. Come through.
I was going to go home.
It wasn't planned.
But to be honest, that was a nice one to go home, bro.
Listen.
I wish I had come out.
The galleys. Lagos women are fine, my God. Lagos women, Jesus Christ.
And you guys always find them.
You will see your spec, your
Tolani,
ex's
what do you think
spec.
about Lagos women? Do you think they're fine or what?
Don't put me in trouble.
Lagos
What do you
women are
mean?
fine.
Have you
Lagos
lost your
women are fine.
tongue? So talk now. So did you roll with any of them that day?
No, I
No, I
didn't.
did not.
Oh.
He left that to me and
And I'm a nigga Daps.
and Dab. Shout out to Dab.
Excel is always shooting shots everywhere.
I'm not shooting shots, bro. I am the shot.
You know the funny-
I am the shot, bro.
Molotov cocktail.
I am the shot.
shot.
I am not shooting
That's a
again.
bar though. That's double.
You
that-
better
That's
recognize.
the title of this episode.
You know the
I
funny
am
thing?
shot.
The last time Excel and I were together at Tonlani's and we're trying to sleep and stuff. Excel was on the phone for 3-4 hours from like
My brother. That
9
was a wild
p.m.
night.
just talking to a babe and just dropping dead stinking
That
lines.
was a wild. night.
So tell me, what do you like? And I'm
Lines.
like, what?
I did not do what did you like.
What did you say? So did you ask you what do you like? I heard that. What do
Okay,
you like?
she asked me.
Yes,
what
I heard that.
But me, I did not ask that.
Yeah.
But
And the highlight of that particular night was the girl called me daddy, and Tolani heard it. She was like, "Okay, daddy." Tolani was like,
I'd be like, sis, what?
"Oh my
The baby was
god."
like, okay, daddy. I'm like,
This is literally my face when women make passes at both of them. I was like, you
know
like them
why?
for real?
No, Melody, I understand you. You know, if you rate me and Tolani because a prophet has no honor in his home.
I'm just like, wow, you
A
really
prophet
like
has
them.
no honor in his home. They don't respect
Ew.
Jesus for Bethlehem. I be for Nazareth.
But wait, though, what's really going on? For the past couple of days, we've just been seeing back-to-back relationship problems here and there.
because niggas are stupid.
And I'm just
Also,
like,
because people are very lonely. A lot of people are lonely and would not just admit that they are lonely and they want companionship.
are people lonely?
People are lonely.
Now
People are fucking lonely.
let's start with the Stormzy situation and his ex Maya.
Shout out to Stormzy for being real.
I read that article.
What do you women want anyway? Do you want men to be vulnerable or do you not want men to
No, I'm not even mad that he was vulnerable. That article by Stormzy is one of the best articles I've read in a very long
it
time.
is.
I love it so much. He spoke about the loss of his girlfriend and how he regrets losing the girl, losing the relationship, and how he had to take a break from social media.
Baba, they release article when Mama don't move on with another man. Is she not engaged?
And
Ben
I heard-
Simmons.
Is she not engaged?
And I heard that
Yes,
that
bros,
engagement, they've
respect
broken
yourself.
up. I heard they've broken up.
Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Ben Simmons said that.
Ben Simmons and Maya Jama don't break up.
So I heard, yeah.
Man.
Were they not engaged?
Stormzy's pull a Shakespeare.
But wait,
Yeah, I say,
The block is us.
my betrothed.
But guys, do you guys know when you've bagged something that you should never lose, and if you lose it, you're going to regret it?
Absolutely.
Excel, be honest.
It's not in all situations. You
No,
know.
absolutely.
No, for me,
I do.
it's not in all situations. You know.
So
Sometimes because you're just not.
In that space mentally.
Yeah. No. Yes. Sometimes you're
No.
not mature enough.
fair.
To handle it.
Sometimes no, to even recognize what that person is or what that situation is for you or what it could be for you.
I get what you mean, but that's not the case for me. The case for me was
I've lost some good girls, so
No, I have as well, but it was.
Lost.
I don't think they are losses because I also wasn't. I wasn't ready for them. I didn't think I was ready for them. Does that make sense?
yeah. But sometimes
I don't-
give up good girls, get the baddies. You know.
And
You
when
don't
I
lose-
say
you
good
don't lose
girls,
both ways.
I
I'm joking.
I don't
I'm
mean
joking,
good
I'm
girls like,
joking.
I'm just saying like someone
Or
that
like the one you tried to hook me up with.
Bro, I'm not saying you guys have a weird definition of good girl. I'm not doing good girl, bad girl. I'm just saying
Melody,
have you ever
you know, a
bagged
baddie can be
someone?
a good girl. Though, right?
That's what I'm trying to say. Have you ever bagged someone that you regret losing? And I'm not saying that a good girl is someone that stays in
I
the
don't
house.
regret-
Like
so again, until I was my first adult, the first relationship with my adult life was the year I turned 29. Do you get? Like it wasn't. I was intentionally avoiding relationship because Until I started going therapy at the time as well, I didn't realize that a part of me didn't feel like I was good enough. I didn't think anybody could see my imperfections and want to be with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So because I didn't think someone could handle maybe some of my anger issues at the time or whatever else. And I also, again, for example, when I was leaving law school, I had a very perfect, nice girl. She was older than me at the time, and she wanted a relationship, but at the time I had billionaire dreams, man. I didn't think I needed a relationship.
Yeah, that's to make money first. Fair.
I didn't think, and one thing I always do is in my relationships, I always try to be honest with you. This is what we are doing. But the problem is women to be losing focus, bro.
I beg.
You niggas be catching feelings.
Men be catching feelings every other day. Like, bro, easy. But move on, continue. So you feel like you lost that good girl?
No, I don't think
And please, good girl. You don't think you lost anyone that you feel like?
I don't think it's a loss because at the time it wasn't like I'm waking up and saying, "Oh my God, that relationship will be fine." There are plenty of great girls out there, man.
Are there though? Are there plenty great people out there? I don't even mean girls.
No, the amount of good there are a lot of great girls out there, but it's not all of them that are compatible with not to have a relationship.
Compatibility is another problem.
Yeah, because
Major
because you guys have great energy doesn't mean you're compatible.
Yep.
Also,
I feel like
because you have great energy with someone of the opposite sex doesn't mean you're supposed to be
together.
In that sense, really, it could be maybe you're supposed to be great friends.
Do you know?
Yes.
Do you know how?
Knowing where to separate who should be your great friend and who should be a partner is very important.
Do you know how
and it's difficult for men because
you
are always just trying to fuck everybody.
Number one, two things. Number one, values. Number two, toxic traits.
What do you mean by values and toxic traits?
Do your values align?
Okay.
Someone can be a great person, but your values don't align.
Yeah.
I've been in situations where fantastic girl, we have great conversations, but the problem is our values just don't align. For example, the way we want to set up family is different.
How? Give us a practical real life
situation. I think if you are going to be in a relationship with someone, you have to at least project the fact that it's going to end up in a marriage.
Yeah.
Do you get, especially when you're in your late 20s? Mm-hmm. And for me personally, I wasn't thinking about the relationship until I was like 28.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So any relationship that I got into
at that time,
it has to be at the back of my mind, not intentionally,
but at the back of your mind, subconsciously.
Can I end up with this person?
Yeah, in the long run.
If I can't end up with you, my nigga is going to be just sex.
So I'm going to read out it's with that someone.
No, sorry. Before you go on, so what I'm saying in essence is values. In terms of what are the ways that you want to raise a family?
Yeah.
What are your opinions about finances, which is very important that a lot of people don't want to have. And a bunch of other things. But in terms of toxic traits, we all have our toxic traits.
Yep.
Right? Are your toxic traits mutually combustible? Do you understand? Or do your toxic traits balance each other out enough to form a relationship? Which brings me to Tobe and Wigwe and his babe.
To who?
Tobe.
It is very important for us to remind you to please ensure that you vote. Do not just collect your PVC and keep it in your house. Ensure you vote. Tell your friends, tell your family members to vote. Social media conversations are not enough. And getting your PVC for getting PVC's sake is also not enough. Go out and vote. Vote for someone that you trust, someone that you believe in, not someone that you do not believe in. And do not sell your vote to. Please vote for who is right.
Use our hashtags vote for Nigeria.
Use the hashtag
and
vote
I
for
registered.
Nigeria. And tag us to your videos at melody_Hassan, at Excel Joab, and at Motalani Alaki. When we get there, but before we get to be Igwe and
Wigwe.
Sorry, my pronunciation is not fantastic. Someone said this Stormzy behavior doesn't surprise me. Loads of emotionally constipated men start to digest their emotions months and years after an incident.
Happens to babes as well, but does anybody want to have that conversation?
Do you think that happens to men more?
That's not true, bro. Let me tell you something. The problem about women on Twitter. Let me tell you the problem with Twitter. Women on Twitter. Women on Twitter like to project their own insecurities and their own trauma on other people. But we are not ready to have that conversation.
Do you think that men take a longer time?
That's not the point here. The point is the person is making a point that's not essentially true and applicable in all cases.
What do you think?
I think that for the longest time, the world did not have a lot of emotionally intelligent men.
Please go on.
And we might be in maybe like the first era where such conversations even exist.
I don't think emotionally intelligent men is a problem. I think men have always been emotionally intelligent in the sense of men know when to have conversations and when not to have conversations.
Yeah, so you're not wrong, but at the same time, you're not right. It's half and half.
Okay, please.
So being emotionally intelligent. Remember what we're watching today?
Yeah.
We're watching the the finale
Of House of the
House of the
season
Dragon,
1.
Okay.
and there's a scene where they've usurped.
Rhaenyra, who was a legitimate
such a
heir.
great word, usurped. They've usurped Rhaenyra, who was supposed to be queen, right? And she and her husband just find out, and she's pregnant at the time when she finds out, and just so that she can get to work, she forces the baby to come out before the pregnancy is due. Right? Like, the pregnancy is not due. She's trying to force the delivery out by all means. So she's screaming, she's shouting, screaming, calling her husband's name, Damon! She's screaming. Sorry to anybody who hasn't watched it, we're giving you spoilers, no vex. She's shouting his name, and the guy is busy plotting war with his generals. And one of the generals like, go check madam. You understand? And even his stepsons, they're like, Baba, how far are you now? Madam, they in pain, they call out your name. And he said something to that. He said, come with me and I'll show you the true meaning of loyalty. And he goes with the boy, but basically he goes around to make sure that
the boy was ready for the war.
The soldiers were ready for the war coming instead of going to her. And Tolani was like, and we made a melody joke in that when we were watching it actually. So it's so funny that this is coming up. And I was telling Tolani that what he's doing here is what a lot of men do. Like, a lot of men look at
the big picture.
Yeah, they and sometimes we're even wrong at what the big picture is. And this is something I'll use. I have another example for this one. So in that scenario, Damon is looking at, listen, whether she gives birth to that child and the child is fine or not, we shall have a war. They can attack us anytime. Let me protect this place.
Because she's going to be dead anyway.
If they come and attack, whether the pregnancy was successful or not, they will kill everybody.
So do you have to be there to fight the war? Why can't you send those other guys and you go take care of it?
But
you're not understanding something. So as much as Dragonstone is a place, it's a fortress, right?
Yeah.
But the people who are also coming to who might come to attack Dragonstone,
the joke was Melody will not agree to this. That was the joke, and you are on brand. I love it.
Do you understand? On point.
Wow, you guys know me so well. Wow.
So on point, like in the sense of, if the people come anyway, all you and your children are dead.
So you have to protect them.
Like, for example, I don't know who. You remember when Sansa they were going for Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah. And
Sansa when Jon Snow was panicking that Ramsay Bolton had kidnapped Rickon. And Sansa said, Rickon is already dead. You understand? Like, he's already dead. Forget him. He's dead. He's gone. Focus on what you can achieve. Do you understand? Because if you act emotionally, everybody will be dead, not just Rickon. Now, in this particular situation, if he goes and focuses on his wife that is pregnant
and not prepared
for the war,
because not long after that, soldiers actually came.
How many hours after?
It doesn't matter. They could have come immediately. Guess what? But wait, here's more context. Here's more context. This usurp that she was usurped, she had no idea, right? It had happened 3 days before,
and she didn't know.
Imagine they've taken your kingdom from you 3 days before.
And
you
they
had
been
no
planning.
idea because.
For example, let me give you another context. When she wanted to go and make her first alliance, they already got there before her.
Okay, guys, what are you saying? Can you just cut the chase?
What I am
okay that the man did that because you could have gone to
what
your
what I am saying.
Also, you could have even gone to your wife to go meet her.
No,
He did eventually. After securing the place.
You tell her that, oh babe, can you let me get somebody to take care of
He
you?
couldn't have.
But she knew. She
couldn't
knew he
have.
was. She knew what he was
She
doing.
knew what he was doing, but he couldn't have.
She knew what he was doing.
As painful as that shit was, he couldn't have done it.
She knew what he was doing. And guess what?
He couldn't have.
The point there is the emotionally intelligent thing to do is what he did. It's what you are saying he should have done.
Go to meet her, let her know, give her some attention.
Not
But
really.
the bigger
But
picture,
the necessary thing.
But the bigger picture and the necessary thing is now. Let me now give you another example of no. Let me now give you another real life example of what the bigger picture
You
is.
niggas are always thinking about this.
This guy, Giselle Bonskin's husband. What's his name?
Tom Brady. Which is wild. That story is wild.
Tom Brady and Giselle are more or less going to get a divorce as it stands.
Yeah, because it's wild.
Because he agreed that he will retire, yada yada, and stay at home and
She can continue her career after she her own career.
slow down her.
How much is he making?
And she's making more money than him.
She's richer than him now.
That's not true.
Giselle is richer than Tom Brady.
No, she's not.
Giselle is richer than Tom Brady.
No,
Tolani.
She is.
She's not.
More Tolani.
Check it.
Check.
Let's just
It wasn't
check
a
it.
full-on argument.
But wait, remove even this one. Remove the money. You guys had an agreement.
My brother.
And he is old, bro. This guy has a decorated
He's 45.
career. He's what?
It's 45.
Bro.
He should be retired.
He should be retiring.
He should be
Giselle
retired.
has
What is the
approximately-
bigger picture here? Is it not his family?
Giselle has not been.
Wait, so she has approximately $150 million more than Tom Brady in assets.
That's not true. It's
Where are you
not
reading
true.
this from? Where are you reading this from?
It's
What's the
not true.
platform?
Now,
What's the name of the website?
okay.
I want to know what the
Let me see.
platform is.
There are even different people saying the same thing.
It's not true. A lot of people, if you go on Google right now, a lot of people are going to tell you that Drake's network is under $200 million. That's not true.
It's a Google thing.
Marker, come on, bro.
It's not a
Remove the money, right?
They had an agreement. I get what you're saying.
Forget even agreement. This guy is 45.
You should be retired.
He should be retiring.
Fair enough.
Spend time with your family.
Do you know the problem here as well?
What is the bigger picture? His career or his family at this stage?
Actually, it should be his family.
Bam.
True. It should be his family. But here's also the problem that I think where the guy is pissed off. So they moved to Miami, joined Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Right? And all of a sudden, Baba is 45, but he wants to be sexy.
Who is that?
Tom Brady. He wants to be sexy. And auntie is bro, you know how Florida is with all these pretty women who are scantily clad wearing bikinis throughout the summer. Whenever Baba is going out, auntie is apprehensive.
Stop saying that nonsense.
But that's the truth.
That's a lie. She's the baddest of them bitches. Are you joking? She's one of the biggest.
Show me a beautiful woman and I'll show you a man that's tired of having sex with her.
Show me a beautiful man and I'll show you when I started having sex with
Yeah, boy, in this case, it seems like she's not tired.
How do you I don't know why you guys always think that
Hello.
women can have as many as you guys have.
We are not saying that, but in this case, it doesn't seem like she is.
Because she has children, because she's more emotionally intelligent.
We don't know that. Oh, we don't know that. We don't know that.
Abeg,
Don't
abeg,
assume.
abeg. Please.
Don't assume.
In this situation, how can we even tell
In this
emotionally
situation,
when we are doing things?
in this situation, I am
Do-
on Giselle's side.
Simple.
I am not.
I am.
I'm not entirely on her side.
I am.
I'm not entirely
How
on
are
it.
you not?
I'm not entirely on it because
Okay.
number one, you don't know the details of what their conflict is. This
We
guy
don't know the
seems-
full details.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
You
This guy,
never know.
exactly. This guy seems like a really good guy. For example, no, he seems Tom Brady is a really good guy.
So is Giselle.
Never met him before.
Giselle seems like a.
I said it seems.
But she put out a report explaining what's going on in the marriage as per how somebody she had a full-on interview where she spoke about why she's upset.
Does he have to come and talk about his marriage? What if he doesn't want to put his private life out there?
Of course. Of course.
What if he doesn't?
So, and you always take sides with men.
I am no. Look, it's just a situation where the world always leans towards the woman's perspective because women are more vocal about what they're doing.
Funny enough, she's not.
She's not. She's never.
What?
even-
Giselle has not made a public statement about this.
She has made a public statement.
Has she finally?
What?
When
Maybe like
was
2 or
this?
3.
She's an interview.
Finally.
There was one that Joe Budden read on his podcast where she was saying that he said he wears now when he got to Tampa Bay, he cut off the sleeves all of his shirts, showing his muscles, and he says he wants to go and buy bread. He doesn't even need bread.
She had an interview now. She spoke about it.
That sounds very insecurity type.
Please, I
shit.
beg rest.
Yes, now.
God, you guys are so insensitive.
Baba
For God's sake, she's talking about how she knows this man. You guys have never met him before. You are here in post.
Managelis? Brady.
No, she knows her.
Brady.
Let me tell you, who Tom Brady is.
Wait,
If
wait.
you don't know him, please chill. She's talking about how her man never used to be very vain or used to be vain.
And you know Giselle.
And suddenly, she's become a vain person. How can you say that what she's saying is insecure?
Tom Brady has
She's when you start, doing gel on your hair.
So it shouldn't look good. I don't understand.
You start jelly calling.
So if I say, Melody, I need you to really consider this statement you just made. Because if a man can say, I've known my wife for 25 years, she never does makeup, and she starts doing makeup, and she's looking sexy all of a sudden.
Maybe
What if
she's
it's
having
not
an
for
affair.
me? What would you say to that?
It's a question. And baby, never use wear makeup. So you're paying attention to makeup.
So you do
Then
understand.
you cannot respond and say, oh no, I just started to try.
Yeah, but what if he told her the same
What
thing?
if you
and she
told her the
didn't
same
believe
thing?
her?
I'm just trying to show new fashion style. I rip the thing. Kini.
I mean, funny
You
enough,
show
in
my
last
muscles.
interview that I said when they asked him if he's going to retire, he said not
He
anytime
said
in my
not,
future.
not anytime in my future.
He actually wore that thing.
You understand how that sounds. You know you had an agreement with your wife and her career.
No, that I think that part was fucked
No,
up.
that part is fucked up.
I think that part
agree.
was fucked up. I think that part was fucked up in the sense of, I think because I think they've been married for about over 10 years now, and the good thing about the relationship is also he impregnated Michelle. Is it Bridget Monahan or Michelle Monahan?
Yes,
Before they
Bridget,
met,
yeah.
they had a child, and I think they get Giselle has found a way to incorporate the child. I don't think they'll divorce at the end of the day.
They should have the conversation.
I don't think they'll
But I don't think he should throw away his family for
No,
this.
I don't
so
think
it's
so.
not worth it.
I don't think so.
He should.
I think the problem right now is he has a fear of missing out, which is unnecessary, and it's bro. It's
So
the
no,
goat.
it's not. It's not even
It's
an
the goat,
issue.
and
Some
that's
people don't
fair.
know what to do after.
After they're done.
Yeah.
Because he might not have the personality for
That's
media
the thing that has given you a
understand?
sense of fulfillment for
for
so
a long
long.
time. So he doesn't know how to let go of it.
Yeah.
So I think if anything, what you should allow him to do naturally is going to come to is because his body is old.
You should keep waiting.
No. Look, Melody, you and I had a conversation on the morning of Tobe and fat trending. And the good thing about marriage is if you want it to work, you have to make a lot of sacrifices.
Wait.
And only you know, you are the only person that knows all the, if you're emotional intelligence, not by the way, you are the only person that knows all the workings of the marriage by yourself.
I want to get into this Toby and Fat thing, right? I don't know if anything extra happened, but because I just saw that video.
Yeah.
Did anything happen after the video?
It's about 2 or 3 videos.
I watched the video. I watched one video.
It was about 2 or 3 videos.
Yes.
They were training the entire day with different videos.
No, it's about 2 or 3 videos, Max. That caused the conversation.
I watched one video.
But people say bringing us other videos. That's my point.
Come, those videos were 1 minute videos in like 10 minutes. Those niggas should shut the fuck up and stop. Hello, no. Those niggas should shut the fuck up.
But the one video I saw.
Shut the fuck up.
Tolani will always support men.
I'm not supporting men in this situation. I'm supporting relationships. You niggas need to shut the fuck up.
Tolani, you used to give me a therapy.
I don't give a Melody. Look, I'm very sensitive about this. You niggas should stop projecting your insecurities and your trauma on other people's relationship and shut the fuck up.
I don't think people know how to do this thing you just said.
Then they need to stop making comments about people's relationships.
That defeats.
They need to stop making comments.
That defeats the whole purpose of social media. I watched one video.
Excel is
Where
hello.
it was like,
Wait.
how would you describe yourself?
Look, Excel. Wait. People need to be emotionally intelligent, bro. These niggas were going on social media saying 2 things that actually drove me mad. You and I have the conversation.
Yeah.
They were like, "It's calling her fat."
But that's her name.
That's
That's
not
not a
No,
nickname.
that's not her name. They gave her the name. You don't even know if the context. You don't know the context of the name. You don't know the root of the name. You don't know the story of the name. They were saying. Some people were even saying that the guy hates women because of an 8-minute video.
Haba.
Okay, so let's get context to this. Excel. First and foremost, Tobe Unwigwe guy, he's a rapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his wife is a rapper. Her name is Fat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now a video was trending on social media where both of them were talking about their relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And the first one that got people riled up was when they talked about their relationship story and how he has, in that video, he was talking about how he did not want to date her. Like she's not his type.
I've not even seen this.
But can we also admit that he chased her at the end of the day?
Can I start?
Go
Can I
ahead.
finish? So he spoke about how from the beginning of the relationship, he categorically told her that he didn't want her. He told her, so she liked him first. She moved to him first, and she relocated from one.
No, there was a problem with that.
Wait.
No, what's the problem with that?
That's not the entire story, right? Now, so she moved from one city to another city, one state to another state, and she met
For a job.
for a job. And she was talking about how, so in the conversation, she's talking about how, because both of them are Christians, right? And she said God told her that she felt that she was done in her city, and God told her that there was something more for her in another city. And the guy was like, oh, please, don't make it look like you had a beautiful life wherever you're coming from, and you came to this new city, and God, don't
He
make it
said
about
that.
God.
He said that.
He said, don't worry about God. Please, you didn't have a fantastic life where you were coming from. You just came here because you were.
But that's not entirely implausible.
Why did you say that?
Because it's a real thing. Do you know how many babes in church tell men that they want? God said you are my husband, and God is just looking at them like, when, sis, when.
No, she was digging herself up. He shouldn't have just come in that moment to say, oh, no, don't make like you have a good life before.
So here's
Why?
it.
Then also, the love story part was when she now said that she wanted him and everything, and she walked up to him and he told her, no, I don't like you.
Which is a good thing.
You're not my type.
Which is a
and
good
stuff,
thing.
da.
He never said you are not my type, but yes, it didn't make it
He
clear
never in those
that I
words,
didn't want
but
her.
she's not
She
kind of girl that
he made it clear.
Yes,
And that's not the problem. I mean, women do it all the time. Why is it the problem that the man is doing it and everybody's in their feelings?
Also, the girl has sickle cell.
Oh.
The
Yeah,
girl
she is
also
sickle cell.
said that was one of the reasons why he didn't want to date her. Because taking long thing.
Is that implausible?
Can this woman carry my seeds?
Is that implausible?
But if you're considering
Bro!
having a family, is what's thinking?
What if it's yes?
He said that she's sickle cell.
Melody, would you marry a sickle cell?
Meanwhile, man, a girl is because we AA over here. Just
Would you marry a sickle cell, bro? Answer is a simple question, yes or no.
If I like you.
I hate the fact that we're making conversations for convenience. Melody, you are not going to marry.
No, but the sickle cell thing is not even important here because it's a reasonable thing to say. If
I
want
you
to have
understand?
a family, I'm not sure you're healthy enough.
Do
to
you
have
understand?
Babies. Go ahead. So what else? You have not landed.
Also,
last off you.
He had different from that interview.
There's only one other interview.
Where somebody now asked him, "Tell me, please chill."
Only one other interview. Only one.
Where someone was about, I think they have a new single or something new dropping. And someone asked him, like an interviewer, asked him that, why is fat always in your videos? Why are you always like featuring her and stuff? And then he goes on to say, so he says, why is fat always in my videos? So he was about to respond. She was now in the background. She now said, because I'm amazing.
Yes, this is one I watched. This is one I saw.
Said, oh, so you saw that one. Why am I repassing the story? Then he now said, then he scoffed. Like,
no, he said she's amazing. And then he then asked, he scoffed, paused for a few seconds and said, she's amazing. And then he then asked, aside from amazing,
cold.
Excel.
That video was cold.
Tolani, that video gave me the creeps.
I don't agree.
Thank you.
That video
I'm
was
sorry.
Why do you
cold.
speak about
I don't
somebody
agree.
like that?
Hello, let me tell you something. You and I had this conversation.
Yes,
and let's be honest, you dispelled a lot of the bias that you had before we had the conversation. Yes or no?
Yes. No, yeah, but I still maintain that I think that video was not emotionally intelligent.
No, I wouldn't.
Wait. There is a part where number one, people have an assumption that relationships should be perfect.
Yup. True.
You understand?
Yup.
No relationship is perfect, bro. I'm sorry to break it to you.
Sadly.
If you and I put our relationships on social media right now, people are going to find the things wrong with it. Do you know why?
Definitely.
Because relationships are meant to are about balance.
Yup.
Your insecurities, your inadequacies, balance with mine. Your toxic traits, balance with mine.
Yup.
Now, one thing that I told you on the phone the morning that we had that conversation was, I don't think it's emotional intelligence.
Yes. We will agree on that.
One. Number two, I also don't think this guy is someone that understands how to excel. Phone, bro.
Sorry.
I also don't think this guy is someone that understands where and when to be unfiltered. I think that's his problem.
He's raw. He's raw.
Exactly. I also don't think he knows how to pretend. But if you are someone that has to be in the public eye, you must know how to be pretentious.
Wait. Let's even remove being pretentious, Tolani. Do you think that energy that he gave when somebody about the boyfriend?
Melody, can you say for a fact? Can you look again? Like I told you on the phone, these are people that have been married for at least 3 years.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Over 3
They
years.
have, let's say 5 years. I don't know the amount of time. I don't know how long they've been married. Yeah. But if they've been married for that long, that means there was something that's working for them.
Yep.
How many kids do you have?
She's pregnant with a third now.
Yeah.
Pregnant with a third now.
Yeah.
Now, it means that there's something that's working for them in the relationship. Their toxic traits balance each other out. And guess what? For any relationship to work for at all, toxic traits have to balance each other out.
Yeah.
Please go.
You've watched Silence of the Lambs.
I have.
You've watched a lot of like psychopath, sociopath thriller movies.
I have.
That's what that video gave.
But that's not true. Because that's projection. That's false equivalence.
It's very much false equivalence.
No, what you are doing is false equivalence.
It is, I agree.
Yeah.
However, I'm giving an analogy that doesn't balance up. And I agree.
Yeah.
But that video was cold, bro.
Excel.
And it's possible that that's just his demeanor.
What if no.
It is possible.
I don't even think that's his demeanor. I think what I said in that particular, it's very obvious that this guy doesn't know how to be uncouth. He doesn't know how to be quote unquote civil. What if that was a morning where they were having a fight?
It's possible.
Which is also another.
It's possible.
My problem with everybody in this situation is everybody seems obsessed with making an absolute statement with something you have no fucking facts on.
Here's the problem, Tolani. Monotone and Melody, this is where the problem is.
Please go on.
You are a victim of what you put on the internet.
That's one.
That's what I told her.
And no, secondly, this is not the first time they've seen him speak about his wife like that.
It's only two
There's
videos.
Melody,
Melody, there's only two videos.
No.
Melody, there's only two videos. There's only
interview where he spoke about his wife and he was reminding the presenter that he did not want to date
there's
her.
Melody. At the end of the day, there's only two videos. One video was 8 minutes. One video was about 8 minutes and 30 seconds long, and the other was about 2 minutes long.
And there are also other interviews.
I also don't think that is smart, or maybe not smart. Smart is not the word. I don't think
He's emotionally intelligent enough. I don't think he's emotionally intelligent.
Yeah.
I don't think
even if I didn't want to marry the woman I end up being with, I don't think I'm going to say. There's a video of one guy I saw this long ago on his wedding day. He was talking with the groomsmen and his guys. They were just like, wedding not happen the day reception. Boys don't drink, they don't mire. They understand, they're high, they're just in their laughing. And he's telling them about how, this is babe. She's a really good woman. She's a really good woman. Say she no fine or she not too fine like that. So not be my spec, but she really loves me. And I saw it, Abby, and I just see and she heard.
Why would you say that?
So here's my problem with situations. Melody, let's be honest. Let's be absolutely honest with ourselves. A lot of the time,
people settle. It's things we need
no,
to
maybe
agree.
not. Maybe settle is not the word. It's an extreme word. Because if the other person were to hear the word settle, it's going to rub them
It's
wrong.
fucked up.
Exactly.
I
I don't think settle is the word. I think what the word is you make a decision based on balance.
Yep.
Do you understand?
If you find it balanced.
For example, let me be honest with you people. I am not going to be with someone who is not a baddie.
And do you know baddies relative, bro?
That's what I'm telling you.
Do you know that you guys, we've had these conversations in here, let's not even joke, where you guys are telling me oh my god, this girl is a baddie, blah, blah, blah.
But you're also not attracted to girls.
You guys, that's not, you don't even got to
Go ahead, land.
Don't laugh. You are not going to laugh softly this time. You are not going to laugh softly. Melody, do you do wet walks when you see women?
What?
Don't worry, just go ahead.
My point is, baddie is relative. Do you understand? We've had a situation where Tony was calling somebody, what's that name that he called one?
Medium ugly.
Medium ugly. Tony has a thing for medium ugly girls.
I don't. That's not the
That
truth.
particular girl is.
Tony, but you used to have something for medium
That's not what I said. I said I like sleeping with medium ugly girls sometimes. That's what I said.
Fine. They share a thing for medium ugly. So when
Sometimes
cool.
food no they give man.
And to be honest, this person that I'm calling medium ugly.
Medium ugly girls, the feeling.
But here's what
baddie is relative.
Melody.
Online.
Here's
Baddie is
another thing that you need to
relative, I
understand. The example that I showed Excel, a lot of men will see this person and think she's the most beautiful person ever.
Thank you. That's my point.
Even the girls we showed, that was the episode that Tommy Sin and Malobi were here.
Yeah.
They were like,
Really?
That's not medium ugly.
But
Exactly.
the point is that there are girls that some people say medium ugly and baddie is someone that has big boobs. Medium baddie is relative to different people. So you're not going on.
But we cannot agree that Beyonce is a baddie.
Beyonce is a baddie.
So it was a conversation
It's universally acclaimed.
that she was not having sex appeal
Who said that?
on social media. That she's not a baddie. She was not sex appeal.
My
Beyonce
brother.
is a baddie and Beyonce has sex appeal.
My brother.
That's my
I
point,
think-
that baddie- Can I make my
I
statement?
think all you-
Make your
Cutting me
points.
short.
Make your point.
My point is that baddie is relative.
True.
And a perfect woman or I found a good woman or I didn't settle is relative. Do you understand? My point is you cannot be with a woman and be telling everyone every time
Pause.
that you didn't want to wait to an extent. So you guys stop pausing me. And stop saying that you didn't want to marry her. She chased me. She wanted me first. You even gave us details though of how you broke up with her and you told her to go and think about herself because you were just I was just there and enjoying my glory and I was chasing other women and one time I was just like, okay, she's still here. Really?
You cannot be with anybody. This is not a man-woman scenario. I don't think you should do that with anybody. There's a particular Christian woman on TikTok, short black woman. I don't know if you guys have ever come across any of her videos. She's a Christian woman. She always talks about how she cheated on her husband, and her husband took her back.
I saw that TikTok
Always, like she has done multiple
She has
videos
done-
about
that's
it.
her entire
That's her
MO on
brand.
TikTok. She now did one, especially that said that people projecting on me that my husband will cheat on me back. She said, no.
And the husband go did the video, they dance, they do the TikTok dances. I'm looking at him like, bro.
My nigga, I'm sorry, you're a patsy, bro.
Oh, but you can say
Is
that.
what?
You're a patsy.
Oh.
No. Hello. Look, I've told you my values on this podcast numerous times.
And also,
Hello, let me repeat my values.
what's your value?
Very simple. If I cheat, you take me back.
That's on you.
That's what you sis.
That's on you.
That's what you sis. So I'm just. But it's the truth,
It's a wordy man. That's a wordy mantra.
bro. If you cheat,
And I can't.
no. If you cheat, if I cheat, you take me back. That's on you. But if you cheat, we are done.
But they don't come and say, but I forgive you. You chose to.
No. You know what the thing is? You are not the prize. I am.
What?
I am the prize.
Who?
You are not the prize.
Who's the prize now?
Men
You are not the prize.
Excel. That ship already sailed.
No.
That's not true.
Melody.
Not the
That's
prize.
not true, please. Men,
Melody.
I will never agree in this world on the next one that men are
No, you.
It's fine.
Depends on the women that you're talking to.
That's fine.
Melody,
That's
let me
fine.
tell you something.
That's fine.
Let me tell you
Women
something.
are restarting their life time and time again now. Find women at different level of their life and dating and exploring.
But still going back to men.
I'm meant to go back to women too.
Not always.
Think about men being the prize. People are talking about the Oni of Ife being the prize.
Shout out to listen. Look at the woman is PhD women.
Managialis.
He's set to marry his
Women
sixth
that are
wife.
leaders of industry, entrepreneurs.
That would swear
They are
they'll
going
never
to
find
take
themselves in
third
polygamous
wife, fourth wife,
situations.
fifth wife, and you say men are.
So you think those women that are getting married to the Oni of Ife, they don't have their own plans, or you think they don't have why they are doing it?
Their plan is to be the fifth wife of the.
No, you can't even act like you guys don't treat women who have certain access differently.
That's not true.
Treat women that have different.
Women that have access
That's not
differently.
true. Access or access?
Access.
That's not true.
Access.
Well,
Okay.
well, I mean,
Like
yes,
women with
accomplished
means,
women.
women
Yes,
with means,
women
obviously,
who,
bro.
yes,
Come on, man.
exactly. So they also are maybe trying. I don't know the situation might
So
be a
you
love
think the
thing.
Oni of Ife is trying to use women
Marry
with
someone
means?
because of access.
I'm talking about the women.
They are marrying. And the price now. He follow.
It doesn't make you the prize, bro. It
The
doesn't
price,
make you
the
the
box.
prize.
Did you guys see the story about the guys that
Man, meanwhile, the performance of that song was it Rolling Loud? No, it wasn't Rolling Loud. It was, what was that show in the UK? Do you know the performance I'm talking about?
Which one?
Where he performed this song, and it was like, and people, it was like 4,000 or 5,000 people,
and they were going crazy.
and it was
How's the hit? This one is big song.
sing this shit. But
But jokes aside, what do you guys think about the Oni of Ife situation and marrying?
I think nigga, I think he's a king, bro. He's just fulfilling the priorities of his forefathers, bro. He's a king, man.
It is very important for us to remind you to please ensure that you vote. Do not just collect your PVC and keep it in your house. Ensure you vote. Tell your friends, tell your family members to vote. Social media conversations are not enough. And getting your PVC for getting PVC's sake is also not enough. Go out and vote. Vote for someone that you trust, someone that you believe in, not someone that you do not believe in. And do not sell your vote to. Please vote for who is right.
Use our hashtags vote for Nigeria.
Use the hashtag
And
Vote
I
for
registered.
Nigeria and tag us to your videos at Melody_Hassan, at Excel Joab, and at Motalani Alaki.
Anyway, where I was going, the story about the guy, the man that destroyed the Range Rover he bought for his side chick.
Before we get there,
Guys,
we've not rounded up the Oni of Ife conversation now.
Guys, wait.
What's there to talk
Guys,
about?
wait.
He's the Oni of
We've
Ife.
not even ended. We've not
He
rounded
can
up.
marry anybody he wants.
We've
We've
not
not rounded up to base conversation. We jumped to Oni of Ife.
rounded up to base conversation.
What's
See,
there to conclude?
So wait. Whether or not, Tonani, you need to stop doing this thing.
Melody, I'm not doing anything. You and I had a very long conversation. on the
Wait,
phone.
now, and you're saying the
It
same
was
thing
about
here.
30,
Wait,
35,
yes,
40 minutes,
Tonani, but I'm
exactly.
saying that you need to stop saying this thing where, and it's a general conversation, right? Men need to stop doing this thing where you act like you have to be.
Melody, what are the
Wait.
things that I assumed to you about the
I
deficiencies?
haven't said anything.
You
My
have to do
point
what?
is that you have to, because of you're a man, like Tonani said that, oh, maybe he doesn't just know how to not say certain things a certain way. It's just lack of, it's called emotional, lack of emotional
and
intelligence.
I did say that again here.
Okay, yes, you actually did. You actually did.
So, like, just because someone has horrible emotional intelligence doesn't make them a bad person. doesn't mean all the tenets of their relationship is wrong or are wrong.
What have you ever thought about how it makes your partner feel?
Melody, here's what I told you on the phone, and I'm telling you again. The motherfucking fundamental problem here is you are putting your relationship on social media.
Right. So are you guys saying that maybe it's not affecting her psychologically?
We
Melody,
don't know.
we don't exactly.
We don't know. We also don't.
We
know
don't know the details of the relationship.
We also don't know.
You
what
don't know how happy they are.
Or
It's 9 minutes 45 seconds of video out of about at least 3 years of marriage.
But generally speaking, do you think men need to be more emotionally sensitive?
Melody, oh, absolutely.
Okay, yes,
you
that's
you cannot be emotionally intelligent and be in a relationship.
Yeah,
but guess what?
I
At the
agree.
same time, there are a lot of women. There are some times when, again, toxic traits balance each other
even
out.
out.
Maybe what is good for her, what she wants in a relationship, is probably not emotional intelligence. People need to understand that what makes a relationship work for you is not what makes it work for everybody else.
Yes, no.
Melody, you even made an example to me. If they put you and Tej on an episode of relationship conversations for 3 hours, people are going to destroy you.
Before
You
people are going to
understand?
have opinion. Oh my God, why? Yo, yeah.
Because relationships are not meant to be perfect. They just work.
But there are
and
some
they work.
fundamental things that should happen.
I
though.
agree with you, but it's
Thank
only
you.
because of two people, your values aligning and your toxic traits aligning and balancing each other out.
I agree,
That's
but
it.
still on. Emotional intelligence is still necessary now.
Melody.
It is.
But maybe what's going to work for her is not the fact that he's telling her that.
Sweet things.
No, maybe he probably tells her two sweet things, but it's probably just egotistical enough or childishly egotistical enough to keep banging on about that because he wants to make himself feel special.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that the relationship
Thank
is trash.
you.
That
Thank
doesn't
you.
mean that they should go and divorce.
No, of course not.
But that's what Twitter is telling them. Twitter is making it seem like he's an oppressor.
Because a lot of times on Twitter, people that have experienced this kind of things, they project their things.
And
to
also
be-
they're trying.
And guess what?
And they're also trying to protect the other person.
They are not
They'll be
trying to protect
because
shit,
they'll be like, I've
Melody.
seen this
They are
happen
not trying to
before.
protect
Yeah,
shit, Melody.
but-
They are not trying to protect
but-
shit, Melody.
no.
This is a bunch of horrible people who needs to go to fucking therapy. Shut the fuck up about other people's relationship.
Motola-
Shut the fuck up. No. Shut the fuck up.
Motola, I have a question for you.
Kelvin, help me.
I have a question for you.
Especially black women.
Somebody they carry
You
the
niggas
phone, I
need to
don't
stop
know.
projecting your insecurities and trauma on other people's relationships.
I will never understand what
Wait,
anything is about black women.
Wait, hold on.
I will
Motola-
never-
I love black women, bro.
Mother,
I love black
question.
women.
I have a question.
But you people need to stop
Who
projecting.
traumatized
Is
black
it
women?
possible?
Black
Is
men.
it
I
possible?
agree. I'm not disagreeing with
Okay,
you.
good.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that. But at the end of the day, every relationship is unique, Melody. Either you want to agree with it or not.
Of course, no.
Every relationship is unique. Unique traits, unique values, unique alignments. It is unique. It's a unique unit. It's almost like nothing else you've ever seen.
I want
And
to
it
ask you a
differs per
question.
person.
Tony. Is it possible that
Yeah.
someone who has experienced this kind of thing in his or her relationship,
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
wait,
Wait.
hold on, right, is genuinely saying,
Worried.
I saw this happened to me,
Thank you.
and it's
And
coming
this
from
this
a
can
place
be a
of-
sign.
But
hold
Excel,
on.
no. There can't be any genuineness to it.
Why not?
Why not?
Thank you very much. Because Excel, it is 9 minutes of video where you took a lot of things out of context.
I think you are greatly undermining
What that 9 minutes can
what
be.
PTSD
No,
has done to people.
Then that's not the people who are in the relationship's problem.
That's your
it's
own
your
problem.
problem.
It is.
It's
It
your
is.
problem.
But listen. Hear what I said before.
I'm listening to you.
They are not intentionally saying.
What if it's from a place of care?
They are actually worried because they
Excel,
experienced it.
Excel,
But you know that there's
Excel.
bias. Where I'm going
the only time you can have a genuine opinion about anybody's relationship is when you've been there.
When you know
You
them.
don't know these people.
yes.
You don't fucking know them. They've been married for at least 5 years or maybe
Yeah.
3 years.
Yeah.
More than that. They have like children.
They are pregnant with a third child. They are partners in life. They are
Business.
partners in business.
Does that mean that something is not wrong?
That's not what I'm saying, Melody.
Okay.
I don't know if there's something
Something
wrong.
wrong, okay.
I don't know if there's something is not wrong.
Yeah.
You don't know.
You don't know too. But I also feel like it is weird when people like suddenly say stuff like people on social media are always projecting. It can be care.
I'm the person. It's not care, Melody. It's not care when you are going on about the fact that this is a horrible relationship. That's your resolve.
That's extreme.
Do you understand?
Okay.
You are projecting your trauma, your insecurities, your personal problems, your family problems, your witchcraft problems, your Emere problems, your Gbaje problems, on other people's relationship. Shut the fuck up, my nigga.
Tony, I'm not good. Whatever, bro. Whatever, but it doesn't change.
No,
the
let me
fact
tell you
that-
something about relationships. At the end of the day, people make concessions in relationships.
Yes, of course they do. Every time.
That's the truth.
Every time, bro.
Everybody that be, either you're a man, you're a woman, bisexual, non-binary, binary, heterosexual, whatever you are.
What's
Everybody makes concessions to be with people.
Yeah.
Because you understand what's important for you.
Yes, it is.
And then you understand what you can live with. Because
Yes.
human beings are not meant to be perfect.
And they're not one way
Thank
either.
you. As I've said several times, Melody, you and I, if they put our relationships on video,
People will have comments now. Yes, now. But people will have comments.
people are going to have comments.
Yes, people are always going to have comments, and
Which
that's the
brings
truth.
me to the final conversation here. Stop putting your fucking relationships on social media.
But shout out
Stop
to-
putting your videos, stop putting your experiences, stop putting how you met, stop putting details. You can celebrate your partner on
Yeah, shout out to
day.
people who like. I think I give you guys credit. Like, shout out to people who make like their personal life content. How do you do it? It's so strong of you, because with a gun to my head, I can't.
Bro.
I honestly can't.
Bro.
If I didn't even have my job, I'd probably never be on social media, because people are weird as fuck on social media.
So we can
and
agree on that.
Yes, people are weird as fuck on social media. But sometimes there's no element of truth in it. Sometimes
it
it
can
might
be right.
be. Yes.
Sometimes it can be right.
Might be.
I'm not denying that. But what I'm saying is you don't have sufficient evidence. The only thing that you're going by here
Is
is
9
your own
minutes.
experience.
And
that
the
might not
video.
apply here.
That might not apply here. Okay. All right, Talani. We hear you. It's okay. Except he's not here to give us his last speech. I don't know where he went to, but he pulled up on us anyways. So back to the Union of Ife situation, right? Now, people of the opinion that I don't know why this is bringing up conversation of he's getting married to woke women, getting married to educated women. After to come and say, I don't know what's the
Because
point.
men are the prize, bro.
No, but what has that got to do with anybody? People have different things that they want out of life. So why is he getting married to women that are exposed and with their own thing a problem? I don't understand that conversation anyways.
So a lot. So how old is the recent woman I got married to? Last wife, the most recent wife. How old is she?
Let me look that one up. But I know that he's had like a couple. No, they're not like young girls though. They're like,
No, some of them are young.
when I mean young, they're like
The
they're,
pastor, the prophet's wife, was kind of young. I think she wasn't.
no, she's not. They're not together
No, she was
anymore,
kind.
right?
Yeah, I know, but she was young when they got married to her.
Okay, so this one, it's how their profile is even everywhere on social media for me. Wow, I'm gonna check. But before I pull that one out, what were you trying to say?
So it's an expectation bias thing. In the sense of when people look at certain types of women, which is I'm going to go to the end of this conversation is that men are the prize. When people see a certain types of women, no, I'm sorry. I'm not even sorry. That's your personal problem if you have a problem with me. I'm past the level where I have a problem with your bias and your own bias clashing with mine.
Please shut up.
Right now in my life, the only thing that matters is my values and the fact that I'm treating other people right. In fact,
You're not
I'm
treating
happy.
me right though.
So why is he my friend?
Oh, Iriakpade. Iriakari.
You love me, bro. You love me.
Oh my god.
You love me.
Oh god, I can't even deal. Anyways,
Anyway, so what I'm
uh-huh.
saying is when people see a certain type of women,
They'll have expectations.
exactly
Like,
what
this
the
kind of woman should end up with, Harvard University, blah, blah, blah.
Do you know why? Because of Yasis culture.
What's Yasis?
I'll break it down for you. Yasis culture is a product of the fifth generation of feminism. Products of the post-digital era and post-social media babies who want to elevate, who aim to elevate women and their culture and their values above everything else. So in this particular situation, they want women position themselves on social media as people who prioritize themselves
Their
and
career.
their own values, their career, and they project themselves as people who only go for premium or the premium men. You understand? So when you end up not going for premium men, and you're going for men who you are slandering on social media as crepes. as bottom of the barrel, as runt of the litter.
It's the drama for me. So if you're talking about men that are bottom of the barrel, definitely nobody in this world would ever think that the Oni of Ife is the bottom of the
But Melody, on social media, you people say that men who have had multiple wives are runt of the litter now.
That's a lie. Excel. Do women berate
Excel,
men who have had multiple wives?
Excel, contribute to this conversation. What do women on social media project to be when men who have had multiple partners have been? They will say there's a reason why it's had multiple partners. Yes or no? Please go on.
But it's not even a main
Are we still
thing.
only? Is this only?
Yes, but it's not even a main thing because even for women, it started off as men shaming women who have been with multiple men. It started from them shaming women.
Yeah,
and
but
saying,
women are
you've
not
been
shaming
married.
men who have been with multiple
'Cause we're
men.
taking-
For example,
let
I
us
had to interfere on social media some weeks ago when somebody said, "You are a handsome man. Stop allowing multiple women to share your body." I'm like, my body, my choice, sis.
No, but that's sarcasm because they say that
My
women-
body, my choice.
No, it's sarcasm because
It
they
ain't
say
yours?
women a lot. So like, why are you allowing multiple men?
Tell
Go?
that to his mother.
I was like, my body, my choice.
Anyways,
Shout out to the Oni of Ife.
yeah,
once
like he's
again.
allowed to get married to as many women as he wants.
Oh, he
to.
is.
And also, if the
But
women are-
what? So where do you think the concept of community penis came from?
But he's getting married to them.
Hello.
Like they're getting married.
Hello,
legally.
people.
There are people who
Melody,
there are
people
people
have
who.
literally been slandering Timini for women is gotten into relationship and calling him community penis.
Is he married to them?
It
Is it a
doesn't
legal
matter. It's in
thing?
relationship with some of these women.
But the point is,
Relationship, Melody, relationship.
bro, there are people who.
This is double standards.
Shut up. Your great grandfather probably married like 12 wives.
Oh,
Polygamy has always been a thing.
my niggas, bro. My
Polygamy
niggas
has
on
always
the
been a thing,
streets.
and there are some women who
They
are
be on the streets.
okay with polygamy, but don't drop it as if it's a normal thing for everybody. It's not now. You're doing the legal thing by getting married to all of them, right? It's a legal thing. You're getting married to them. Not like you're having side
But
chicks or
social media
whatever.
women come
Does
out
the
and
Nigerian
say
constitution recognize
customary laws, do.
customary laws? Okay.
Customary laws. So it's a bit of a
tricky one.
problem. Yeah, it's a tricky one. when it
And some
comes
people,
to
some people allow polygamy.
conversations.
So it's
in
not
terms of what
really-
constitutes bigamy and what doesn't constitute bigamy. In the sense of if you marry someone that has constitutional rights, is it if you marry one person?
But these weddings, his marriages are back to back. oh.
back to
Yeah,
back.
they're
Yeah.
back to back.
They say he's even preparing for another one again next week.
Do you know why?
Cause he can. He can. God did. He can.
You see, if you believe in polygamy,
And it
find
works for
some
you.
and it works for you, do it. But the point is when you now say you are there's one that there's one that you people now do in Lagos where people
What's
say
that?
you are monogamous, but you now marry a woman who believes in monogamy. You now start doing polygamy outside of the woman. Don't do that
What
nonsense.
if he's Muslim?
Then find someone that believes in your beliefs and just end up with that person.
A
but
lot-
stop
a lot-
lying. You guys
a
need
lot-
double
a
lies.
lot-
That's
a
the
lot- a
problem.
lot of women are
like the
also
man that went to go and break somebody's car at W bar.
He broke his car.
It's not his car. The girl put on a statement
he
saying
broke
His
her
car.
car.
His car.
It's not his car.
He bought a.
She said he did not. That she bought it herself.
Wait, where's the statement again?
She put on social media. Say she didn't buy.
Let us bring her receipts.
She said that she has even arrested the guy.
I'm sorry.
People are just broke. I beg, go and
bias
sit
is-
down.
What did you say?
People are broke. People make so much
How
noise.
many women are funding the lifestyle of men in Lagos?
That's not what Miss DSF said, Sha.
How many women are funding the lifestyle of
That's
men
not
in
what Miss
Lagos?
DSF said.
Do you want us to go to Intercontinental? Go to
Back to this woman, she said, and I'm reading the statement in a chat with Instablog Nigeria. If anyone said, "Yo, Igbo women, shout out." I met
My
him
sisters.
while I was in
Lol,
Dubai.
one.
While I was in Dubai, and this is why Dubai has banned Nigerians, and discovered that he was married and had 2 kids.
but you
Imagine.
still collected his Range Rover.
I told him we couldn't date, and
See, are you going to return the marriage and the Range Rover and the relationship?
and he should return to his
Return the
wife.
two of them.
She sent him back to his wife. Listen to a godly
You
woman.
should return the Range
Hey,
Rover.
godly woman,
A woman
a
after God's
virtuous
heart.
woman.
A woman
I'm
with value.
dying.
Ruth. The Ruth of the time.
He pleaded with me that he couldn't leave me and said we should be friends with benefits. Also, he told me he had dissolved the marriage. What men do for
But
country.
men do that a lot.
So I returned to Nigeria and we started dating, only for me to discover that Ochuko, she even put his name,
No, Chuko.
was a staunch, shout out to South man, was a staunch drug addict. I
Of
have
course.
video evidence of this claim. Upon this discovery, I ended the relationship and he tried to deal with me. Last week, he threw a stone at my car and I filed a complaint at Mara
That's
police
wild,
station.
by the way. If that's true.
I never knew he would go this far as he saw me at W Bar chilling yesterday and started to destroy the car I bought with my hard-earned money. He was screaming on top of his boy that he bought the car for me, which is a lie from the pit of hell. I bought the range in May.
An independent woman making her own money.
With some of the money I got from selling my Venza.
Oh, an entrepreneur
this man
again.
has never even bought a bicycle for me.
Wow.
This is a clear
Broke
case
man.
of mental derangement because I never asked him to leave his wife and kids for me as he claimed in the viral video.
Here's my
Simple.
first
I've
question.
gone further to ensure he's detained at the Ikoyi.
A woman of class and means. Call the police on that nigga. 911. That's not our
Here's
number
my
here in
question.
Nigeria, but yeah.
I'm going to ignore the parts where they met in Dubai.
Why are you ignoring that part? No, wait. Why are you ignoring the part that they met in Dubai?
Biggie, Arab money!
Wait.
Was it the one?
Wait, why are you ignoring the part that they met in Dubai? Why are you ignoring that part?
Melody, we've been knowing what be going on in Dubai.
That's your
bro.
business. People go there for recreation. I went there on my own and nothing was going down
When
there.
did you go to Dubai, Melody?
Like some years ago, like 4 years ago.
Melody, wow. Anyway, let's go.
Except where are you going to again?
Sorry.
Except you are disrespecting the listeners of this podcast.
Tolani, continue.
You are disrespecting the listeners of this.
Shut up, man in Dubai. Continue. So what do you have against Dubai?
I don't. I'm just ignoring that part.
Okay.
In favor of who? What are the terms or the rules that govern the gifts that you buy anybody within the confines of a relationship?
Okay, what do you mean?
What rules govern?
There are no
gifts?
cast in stone rules now.
Okay, what do you think should happen if someone were to buy gifts and you guys were to break up? What should happen?
Nothing. What's going to happen before?
Since I agree with you in the sense of
Yeah.
there are no rules that are set in stone about this thing. So if someone decides to enforce a rule of return my gifts, I don't think there's a problem.
I'm not returning shit. Are you okay? You bought me a gift. I should return the gift because we broke up. Tolani, why do you say these ridiculous things?
I
So
don't
you
say
bought me a car and we break up. You come and collect your car back.
And what if I want to return the gifts I gave to me too? All the boxers are singlet that you bought me. Think that I bought a Range Rover for $150,000. I want to collect my $150,000. You come and collect your 15,000. I don't understand. I really don't understand.
Wait, I don't understand.
You
Tolani,
come and collect your
it's giving
15,000.
shameless.
Hello.
It's giving shameless.
It's giving shameless because
You bought me a gift not to collect it back because we
these
broke
are the
up.
problems with Nigerian women.
It's giving shameless and lack of
These are the issues with Nigerian women. You want to collect 150,000, but you want the guy to cheat with 50,000.
I don't understand. Are we?
Let's put down the scale.
So because
If they put down the scale, 50,000 go there on top like this. 150,000 go they hang.
So because you
go
bought
dey
me
hang.
a gift, we should break up. After we break up, we're not going to give back.
Melody, Beru alone now.
Beg,
Beru Jesus.
Anyway,
Melody, don't fear Jesus.
I
The
don't-
blood of Jesus will strike some women in this
I
world.
don't think you should return any
The
gift.
blood of Jesus will strike some women in
Ladies,
this
if any
world.
man should buy you any gifts, ladies,
Except, come and listen to
let
this
me talk.
conversation.
Ladies, if any man should
You
buy you
buy
any
me
gift,
50,000 boxers and singlets.
And you guys
maybe
now-
you managed to buy a wristwatch of 60,000.
Ladies.
But me, I bought a Range Rover.
if a man should buy you any gift
$150,000.
and you guys break up and he wants to collect it back, report him to the police and arrest
It's
his
not your
father.
property, Sha.
You bought it for me in my name.
So,
They'll arrest you.
men,
Are you
let me
joking?
tell you something. My dear men,
My dear
I have a
men.
very nice advice for you. Let me drink tea like tea. Shout out to tea. My dear Nigerian men, it's very important that when you're buying a gift for anybody, register it in your name.
Don't try it.
If it's
Ladies,
anything-
don't collect it though. That's a trap.
You are going to collect.
If it's not buying to your name, don't collect
You are
it.
going
Why
to
would I
collect.
do that? No.
No.
Buy it in her name.
You are Range Rover. If person give you Range Rover, you know go collect.
What's the spirit behind the gift? What's the
Actually, the idea is actually benevolence and love.
Exactly. So why you buy into your name if you're not a very
Love.
devilish
It's a lot
person?
of love, actually.
Buy for me in your own name so that what will happen?
Well, you see, the protest around it not being in her name would suggest that you two on the receiving end are not receiving it also from a place of love and care. You are receiving it from a place of
It's very possible.
Survivor.
your words, not mine.
Here's the problem with certain relationships, actually. So a lot of people are in relationships for convenience, right? They are not an exchange of love. It's an exchange of sex and values, sex and monetary value, or things that represent money, right? I'm not going to say any names, but hello, let me land.
But we know a few.
Afrobeats.
Actually, we do a lot of women that men are helping their lives, but let's continue.
Well, it's true now. It's not.
Are you joking? You think it's by living in Lekki? Better chill. Anyways,
I didn't say that.
that's your business, please.
I didn't say
Even
that.
even speaking about women helping men and funding their lifestyle, Ms. DSF put out a tweet. Rotimi spoke about living fake life and how you need some money to package. Okay, so he said even to live fake life, you need some money. Packaging self no cheap. Ms. DSF now said they collect money from women to package the fake life, which is
That's
true.
actually very true.
Which is true. You be
But
driving
what-
Benz, but
but
another
what are
person
the
be buying
odds?
you
What are the
fuel.
what are the
No.
odds?
What's the ratio?
What's the ratio? Thank you. What's the ratio?
What's the ratio of women are funding their life and men that are funding women's lives?
Listen,
I don't
shout
know
out
the
to
ratio.
everybody.
You know the amount-
Get your bread up. As
Melody,
you can.
how many
Legally,
women do you know
please.
that how many men do you know that are not earning the type of money that they should be using to buy cars and live in apartments and not using it to do that? As opposed to the women that you know that are earning 60,000 but they're living in 2.5 million naira apartments. Answer now.
Can't take a secretary's job, but for 20K,
Shout to AQ,
we'll
man,
give a
nigga.
blowjob.
For the 20 guy
We'll give blowjob to a secretary. Funny
What?
how she sucks at this.
Shout out to AQ, bro. Shout out to AQ. AQ.
There's this screenshot that is flying around that is someone is saying allegedly from Ms.
No, but
DSF's page.
are we done with this conversation of
Yeah.
this guy? To be honest, I think that was fucked up.
Which one?
I think that was
the Range
classless.
Rover guy.
The Range Rover.
You
guy.
have a
classless.
wife, but wait,
That
wait. You have a
What if
wife.
his wife is fine with it?
That's
If your
what
wife is fine with it, don't you have
If there's
self-respect
if
as
there's
a man?
anything
You don't
Lagos-
have.
If there's anything
So
Lagos has shown
you
me,
don't want men to express their emotions.
plus
again.
self-respect is relative.
You don't want men to express emotions.
By breaking
again.
that house is expressing emotion.
Self-respect is relative.
It's emotions, bro.
You can respect yourself enough
And
as a man to know that your dick is good enough to not be with one woman, and it should be spread around.
That's not self-respect. Actually, totally, you excel. You have a very warped mentality of life. So you self-respect is to be fucking up and down. That's
It can
self-respect.
be.
How can it be? What
It
war?
can
It
be.
means you value your dick.
People
bro.
justify all kinds of shit in their head.
the value that you placed on your
So the-
hello. I think before we start this episode, we
Is
need
it
to
not what all
hello.
the-
We
all
need
the
to put a
female rappers
disclaimer at the
rap-
start of this episode. Please don't try this at all.
All the female rappers rap and say, "Oh, this pussy is not for broke women. This pussy is for
rich men.
Diamond pushing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's their own respect that they've
Manifesto.
placed on their pussy.
Yeah.
If you, as a woman, you know your worth, you know what you bring in.
What?
you,
What?
You know, no, don't say that.
Pussy is not a what? What are you saying?
Would you let
Fam,
me talk? Would you let me talk? If as a woman, you know your worth, you know the work you've put into your life to upgrade yourself to get to a certain level, you're bringing in some
To use
cheddar,
Kayamata.
you have you have money of your own, you have your own thing, and you expect that kind of woman who has put in work into uplifting herself to settle for a man who has not done the same work with himself.
You know, I would even agree with this. I would agree with this based on the kind of work you did.
Yeah.
Put yourself in where you are. The work, the actual work. So if you were like, you know what? Let me not even say what I'm.
Better
Excel,
don't
say
say
it,
it.
say it.
Except
No, I
don't
would
even.
say- okay,
say-
let me give you an
Say.
example, right? Let me give you an example because this work is relative. A lot of times, like where I'm coming from with the thought rap thing, it doesn't go to say, "Oh, I built myself from the ground up. I worked 2 jobs. I worked 10 jobs."
But that happens. Some of them do that.
Some of them do that, but that's not what it goes to say. Basically, what they say, what the message is,
I worked at the strip club.
no, what the message is you're broke, fuck off. This pussy is for rich men.
Because I'm a rich woman.
No, because
necessarily.
no. Because
Not
I do my
necessarily.
hair. Because I wear
Not
expensive shit
not
that other men bought
necessarily.
for me.
Not
It's your
necessarily.
audacity for you to say
even
that,
for men too,
Tolani.
like even the men that rap, right? They position it like, oh, like growing up, if you're listening to hip hop, you're hearing rappers tell you that if you get the money, you get the bitches.
But that's true.
If you get the money, you get the
It
bitches.
is true.
That's the orientation on the street.
It's not about it's the fact.
And with their women that are being orientated,
Hello. Excel, you are being
Real life.
too woke for me.
real life.
Excel,
Real life.
you are being. Is it because you work for Penry Card
Sorry,
now?
milk-
Hello.
milk of the
You need
puppy.
to focus. You need to focus.
I've not drank milk of the puppy. So basically, and even with men, like that's the mantra they put out there, and which is true. You see it in real life.
But you know that thing, jokes aside, it's across board.
It is.
It's not even a get money as a man, you get bitches thing. And please, men need to stop calling women bitches. It's not even a get money thing and you get
It was
I
seen
don't-
from the perspective of hip hop.
It's fine. It's It's
the-
okay. Let's not
from
go there,
hip-hop,
please.
though.
Wait, in the words of Ice-T, I don't call men bitches. I don't call women bitches. I call bitches bitches.
Drake said.
Make of that what you will.
He said. Drake said. Some of the women I know, and some of the bitches I know are not even women. on which song was that?
Yeah.
So, what song was that? I can't remember the song.
Sham, the point I'm trying to make that this is across all board, like it's across all board, like because even as a person, whether you're a man or a woman, you get to a certain level that you've been able to put yourself in and put some work in. You won't settle for a certain type of people. It's just normal. As a woman, when you have more money and when you have like more opportunities, you have a good job, you're living a decent life. The kind of men that will be attracted to you are not the kind of men that will be attracted to you when you don't have money. It's across.
I agree with you.
It's a level. It's not a regular thing. It's not
That's
even
why somebody's.
Yeah.
Move on.
So
I was going to say something very, very. Remind me to say what I was going to say offline.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the problem with generally about like women. It's sad
That.
in the sense of a lot of women, especially as they get older, tend to settle. I don't know if that makes sense.
Men know their Lagos. That theory.
It's a theory. What's Ugo's theory
Shout
again?
out to Ugo's
The theory of 1,000 men or
1,000 men.
Exactly.
And the 300 men. Exactly.
Exactly.
Something like that.
Something like that. A lot of women want eligible bachelors, but there are not a lot of eligible bachelors. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that means that a lot of women, as they get older, they tend to reduce some of their values and focus on the most important things.
I don't even think it's reduction of values, right?
Okay.
I feel like the older you get as a person again, the more you begin to focus on the important things. It's not even a man or a woman thing.
Fair.
There are certain
Facts.
things that
Facts.
you as a man, you would want safe.
When I was 23, 24.
But
that's
as you
a-
go-
that's an absolute
As
fact.
you go older, you're like, wait, waiting consign this one with
That's an
this
absolute
and that.
fact.
Do you understand? The things you
a fact.
need to exist in life
That's a
begins to change.
That's a fact.
Do you understand? You're like, no, please, I want someone that can do this. Then it changes, like, I beg, it's not of importance. I take this one off. It's not
I
a
can't do
settling
without
thing.
it.
It's just like priorities are not aligning on a different level.
It's like there was this girl that wanted to come visit me. Or rather, I hit her up. I was like, what are you doing? You want to come over? And she was like,
WYD.
and she was like, yeah. And I was like, I come through. And then she's like, which she has never done before. And she texts me her
Account.
account.
And she do what?
This is very recent. Texts me her account details, and she's like, for the cab fare, and also she wants to buy food. I was like, okay, well, hold up. What was your plan? Is this was your plan? This was like your default? Yeah. I was like, I was so disappointed in myself.
Yeah, I get what you mean. No, maybe not yourself.
No, I wasn't myself.
Why did you attack such a girl?
Yeah, I was like,
Except, but don't you think maybe you were insensitive in that situation?
I don't give two
How?
shits.
Okay,
You were very
explain-
I don't
insensitive
give
because
two shits.
what if she was hungry?
He doesn't want to be with unemployed women.
Do you think I work with UNESCO? Or UNICEF for some shit like that? World Aid, Food Aid, World Food Organization. The fuck is going on here, bruv? The fuck is this? This is not charity. This is not a charity.
Hey, tell
it to do Obasanjo.
Operation Feed the Nation.
This is not an IDP camp. The fuck is this?
He said, you think I was millionaires ago?
So
Oh my god.
I really wish that would treat each other with more kindness, Excel.
You are joking. You are fucking
I
joking.
really hope that
Because
we do
I saw
that.
tweets this week, like 2 or 3 of them, where women are like, if he says,
is
well
such a-
done,
that is such a
independent
dead
woman.
thing to do.
If he says independent woman,
Let's read out the actual.
find that tweet for me and read it now. Maybe they go.
I'll read that.
But why
tweet.
do women have an aversion to that?
It's disgusting.
It is.
Very, very disgusting.
Why is it
Because, because a lot of women don't want to be independent.
Because a lot of women,
I mean, bro.
Please let me read out the
y'all
exact
niggas
word.
need to pick a struggle and run with it.
What struggle?
Fully.
I beg.
Do you want to be dependent? And
Once a man starts hailing you, saying things like you're a big girl, you work for, you earn, you can afford it now, you are doing well, I'm so impressed, you are very independent.
I'm so impressed. It's a problem.
You're not
I'm
like
so
other
impressed,
babes.
it's a
That one is such a
problem.
deadline. You're not like other babes. Run.
But you
You are very independent. Then he not supposed to say all these material things don't move you. What kind of dead talk is that, please? The girl now said, Omo, run, no, jackpot.
But here's the question that I have for you, Melody. Do women want a sugar daddy or a boyfriend?
What are we saying? What are you saying? What are you saying now? How did we go from there to here?
Hello. Do you want someone that is very superior to you financially, or do you want a boyfriend that is within your age range and is?
Do you know that men intentionally
slightly
seek
ahead
out
of
women
you?
who make their own money?
I agree with you. Melody, I seek out women that make out their own money. Is that a problem? I don't want unemployed women. What do you mean?
Which we have stated a lot of times.
What do you mean?
On this glorious podcast.
You want me to be taking care of you? You want me to build a liability? Are you okay?
Bad bitch down.
So because you know about my achievements, you now begin to step aside and not
No. Melody, you and I have had
That's
this
not
conversation
true.
before.
That's not true.
That's not true.
Any
No.
man that's doing well for himself and has a woman that is independent, regardless if he really likes or loves that woman, it doesn't even need to be love.
what is independent? Can we please just dead?
If you like her, you'll still be doing things. You
See,
take her out on
yes.
buy flowers.
Here's the only problem I hear about this thing. Women don't want to be independent.
Should we check out the definition of independent? Because you guys are abusing this word.
Check it out.
What is independent? Are you joking?
Please speak it to your mic.
You will just be yarning bullshit. Why you intentionally taking out women that make their own
Melody,
money?
read it into your
So
mic.
that you can live off them.
Do I look like I'm living off any woman?
Not you. I'm saying it's a man thing. Why are you
No,
guys
it's
looking
not
for women
No,
that are
because
making
you
their
want
own
a
money?
life partner. Not
You
a
don't
life
want a
partner,
liability.
so-
You don't want life
Not
liability.
a life liability. You want a symbiotic relationship, not a parasitic one. Did you study biology?
Yes, I did.
Okay, then.
My nigga,
Independent,
let's show her.
not depending on another for livelihood
Oh,
or,
really?
subsistence.
Wowoo.
What does being independent mean? Yeah. So why don't you want someone who can depend on you?
Except you get what
Because
I
I
mean?
depend on God.
I only look up to God.
And nobody else.
So
You too.
It's
I
a-
will advise.
it's a turn off. It's a turn off when
Why
a
is it
man.
A turn off.
Melody is
Because
not.
that I just let me give you the different reasons. It's not a woman, please. It's not your reality.
Go, please.
So
yes,
it's not your reality, please.
you people
Pass
just
my
use
cup.
this. It's
Hold
not
on.
your reality.
Dari, please let me bring my cup
Hello.
out, please. I
You
forgot that
people-
cup here for a long time.
Get here.
That my car mug. It's a turn off for women because we know
What
what,
car mug?
my mug for my car.
Near the Nigerian jersey.
Not the Nigerian
One
jersey.
in the
The one in the middle. I've been looking for it. See, it's a turn off for women. When we tell you what's our turn off, shut up, please.
middle. Go ahead.
It's a turn off for us
Melody,
because
I'm
a
not
lot
going
of
to shut
times
up.
men
Because
do
I
that
know where the emotions are coming from.
because a lot of times men
a lot of you women don't want to fund your own lifestyles.
men
Hello, you don't want to be dependent. You want to pay bills. See, it's not a
Nobody
coincidence.
likes paying
Melody.
bills.
It's
Not
not a
even
coincidence.
Men.
It's
Even
not.
men don't like
Let me
paying
tell
their
you,
own bills.
women, there's a running joke.
true.
Excel. There's a running joke on social media right now where women are saying, "I just paid another bill. Wow, where is the chance to go and shake my ass on a yacht in Dubai?" It seems like a joke, but it's not.
So do you think we're happy? No. Jokes
think
aside.
men like paying bills?
Wait, do you think we're happy? Do you think we're unhappy paying our own bills?
I think so.
It's not that we're unhappy. We're just like, oh my god, if I didn't have to. So it's just a
So
banter
if
thing.
you'd love to
Men
depend on another
men
person,
want to, didn't have to.
so you would love to depend on another person.
To what?
You would love to depend on another person that's
No.
paying your bills.
No, but pay the bills.
So what's
Why?
Choose a struggle.
It's not the. It's not what I would love.
You want him to
Pay
pay
it.
You want him to pay the bill so that you wouldn't have to.
What?
But you still want to maintain.
Why
the
is this a turn off? You haven't landed. Sorry.
Thank you. Tell
Sorry.
your friend to shut up. Let me talk.
Sorry,
It's
no,
a
next.
turn off because men seek out women who are paying their own bills. So that you guys
Because I
Do
do.
you see him? Do you see? Because you guys want to lazy around.
That's not-
You want to live
What?
off me. I know what you're meant to do as a man.
Whose
I want
instinct
to
is
ask
it to
a
pay more
question. I want
bills?
to ask a question.
Excel. Whose instinct is it to pay bills?
Men.
No, men or women.
Men now. I want to
How
ask-
many women pay their own bills on a date?
On a date that you took me out to.
I'm not saying I do, but I ask you a simple question. How many women offer to pay the bills on a day?
Women do. A lot of women. What are the women that you're rolling with?
Twitter statements.
Melody.
That's what women do.
Melody, I'm going to open your eyes right now. Some of your favorite feminists on Twitter that see that statement, they come on this and do offer shit because they don't have money.
Melody,
I'm
when
sorry.
was the last time you took Tej out on a date?
Don't you ever in your life.
September was take man on a date month. How many did you take your man on a date?
You somebody offered to
Excel.
take you out, cha.
Don't you ever in your life.
My man weak.
He said, why that? He said, Zaga that. Zaga this. Zaga that. Why Zaga? Zaga Ziggy Zaga. Excel,
Excel,
don't you
push it on
ever,
agenda, please.
Excel, don't you ever in your life bring up my
It's a simple
pocket.
question.
Don't ever do that.
Okay, let's leave your present boyfriend. Men in the past that you have seen.
Have I what?
How many of them did you take out on dates?
I do. Bro, what do you take me for? Not like I do a lot. Women, please.
Oh, you don't do a lot.
Women-
So the men does more.
Women,
The
listen.
men do more.
Don't let men shame you
It's
into
not a
spending
shaming
money
thing.
for them or on
You can't
them.
even
oh.
shame. You can't even. It's not a shaming
Please,
thing.
can you afford this?
A lot of men already know. No matter how rich they are, no matter how rich the woman they will be with is. When it comes to job spending money, the man will do more. Forget Twitter, forget wokeness,
Facts.
forget
I've-
everything.
Jokes aside. Excellent. Let me ask you a question.
So why you
The man wants to reduce the risk of liability.
Let me ask you a question.
by seeking out independent women?
Is it not what women do when they don't want to be with broke men? You think
Bro.
you're the only one that is smart?
Let me ask you a question, Excel. When the girl sent her account number, did you pay it?
Why would he pay?
Did you pay it?
Someone that was
Why
upset.
not?
Why would he do that?
Let me tell you something, Excel. Here's another problem that I've noticed about women. A lot of women think they're exploiting the man. But
Exploiting the man.
yeah, you think, oh,
You are
I'm
wise.
using him. You think you're wise. If the boy spent 50K, 100K, it's not money, bro. Do you understand?
I actually didn't pay not because I didn't want to.
You didn't want to knock on that particular thing.
If you really like that girl,
He
if you
could- he
really
couldn't
like
have
that
liked the
girl,
broke woman,
and
bro. He couldn't have liked that girl.
My nigga know what's
There is no way.
He know what's up.
There is no way he could have
He
liked
know
that girl.
what's up. This is Westeros.
because she does
bitch.
not have job in the moment.
This is Westeros.
Do you know what that future is? Except, do you know what that future is? You know who she could be tomorrow?
May tomorrow rich.
I'm not Bob the Builder.
May tomorrow rich.
My name is not Bob.
You guys-
My name is
You
You
Motolani.
guys, please stop dating or stop seeking out women who don't have jobs and shaming them for not having jobs, knowing that they don't have jobs. Please.
Okay, this one I agree with
but-
you on.
Yes,
This
they
particular
don't
one,
have
I
jobs.
agree.
You
Did
know
you
they
say?
don't have jobs.
But this one is she even work? Funny enough, she works.
So maybe she's having a downtime as a friend. Has you come through for her?
Okay, I'm a particular type of friend.
Women, please protect your purse. Protect your purse. Just like Ms. DSF
Men
rightly said,
too.
there are men who are living off women.
Melody, but
in this
jokes
Lagos.
aside, right?
Yes.
Joke, like women
Yeah, jokes
bouncing,
aside, yeah.
aside. Personally, I feel like
Oh,
a lot of women, the instinct of a lot of women, if either
Is
you're
to protect.
feminist or not, protect what shit, bro? Fuck off. It's not to protect shit. It's the fact that they don't want to spend money. They just want men that can pay all the bills and take care of the bills. I don't think that's a problem. I mean, I think it's a problem, right? But I also understand where it's coming from because of how a lot of women were nurtured, right? A lot of them were nurtured on that very patriarchal
Yeah.
tendencies and
Yeah.
patriarchal values. But the truth about the patriarchal values is that it handles power to the men. So what you want to do, sis, is that you want the man to sit and abide by all those patriarchal values that favor you. But you don't want him to abide by the patriarchal values that favor him. Does that make sense?
yeah.
It's not going to happen. So I think the reason why a lot of women choose this thing is because they hate the fact that no man is paying their bills. Because it's not a problem that a man is seeking out a woman, a life partner that has something going
Is it
on
bragging
in
rights
her life.
with women that a man pays them?
It is
it a
actually.
bragging rights thing? I don't know, so I'm asking
It is.
Melody.
It is.
Is it?
It is.
Why is he bragging right? No,
I'm asking.
it's not.
Melody,
So
I
what
have
is
female
bragging
friends that
rights?
brag to me that some men that they know just send them random credit alerts.
It is very important for us to remind you to please ensure that you vote. Do not just collect your PVC and keep it in your house. Ensure you vote. Tell your friends, tell your family members to vote. Social media conversations are not enough. And getting your PVC for getting PVC's sake is also not enough. Go out and vote. Vote for someone that you trust, someone that you believe in, not someone that you do not believe in. And do not sell your vote to. Please vote for who is right.
Use our hashtags vote for Nigeria.
Use the hashtag
And
Vote
I
for
registered.
Nigeria and tag us to your videos at melody_Hassan at Excel Joab and Amotalani Alaki. That's what I say again. That is the kind of women that you roll with, and that's not my business.
Are you dissing the women that I know? They are richer than you.
I'm just whatever. My point in all of this is that there's no bragging
You
right.
have a Range Rover NW bar.
There's no bragging. There's no bragging right in all of that. But it is okay for women to want to save themselves and protect them.
I agree. So it is with men. Men, stay away from broke women. Stay away from unemployed women.
All right. Good night.
Yeah.
Moving on from that conversation.
We are not moving on, please. You have to
I'm
end
not
this.
done. Please, I'm done with that.
We are not moving on. We have to end this.
I'm pleased.
I just think it's silly, actually.
Why do you think
It
it's
is
silly?
silly.
I think it's silly.
What do you think is silly?
I think it's silly that you are intentionally staying away from men that are happy about or encourage you to be independent.
Yeah, to pay bills.
I think it's silly.
To spend money.
In the larger context of everything, equality and whatnot. Like this is banter aside. I think it's silly. I think more men should encourage more women to be independent
Bills,
and pay their bills and not be dependent on men. We have explored how power dynamics in relationships
I've been disadvantageous to women.
Abuse.
Yeah,
Have we not?
Yeah.
Maybe not abuse. I feel like abuse
Enables
is an extreme.
abuse, actually. It does enable
Sometimes.
abuse.
But that's an extreme in the sense of
That is an extreme.
it's an extreme in the sense of there is no way someone is taking all the responsibilities when it comes to bills in a relationship, and the power dynamic is not
It'll be
going to
the
favor
same.
the person.
It won't.
not.
It can't.
Yeah.
Unless you're using jazz.
It's not possible.
That's not possible.
It's not possible. Actually, I agree with you 100.
It's not possible.
It's extremely impossible.
Exactly.
That's why when I say that it's not a bragging right for you to say a man is paying your bills, because what is the bragging right in that? To
But
be very
that's
honest.
what a lot of young
There's
women
no bragging
do.
right
Melody,
in that
Melody.
because you're enabling a toxic environment. One. And also, you're giving another person power over you. Why would you want to do that?
But that's the unconscious.
So why
that's
is
the
it a
unconscious
bad
purpose
thing
of a
when
woman.
men that see women who are independent? Isn't the large idea, the general idea, the bigger picture to
Also date a
level
liability.
the playing field
In
for
a way.
both sexes?
Leveling the playing field is not seeking
It
out
doesn't apply to
independent
dating.
women intentionally.
Why
Why
not?
not?
And highlighting it continuously in
Why?
conversations.
Because you could like it. Do you know what it is?
Melody, let me tell you something about me.
This is
Please go on,
perspective. A lot of men, most times, have dated women that don't have as much as they do. And they bear the brunt of their
Because of the power
relationship,
dynamic.
80-90%. And a lot of times what comes out is the
Women become subservient to them.
aside even that the girl doesn't like you, she likes what you bring.
I think I asked you a question about that on social media.
Yeah, you
recently,
did. And
Where a guy's girlfriend celebrated a birthday, and it seems like a young guy, just a random guy.
And that he bought her hair, did photo shoot and all those things.
But like he bought a new iPhone 14,
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I said to the extent that, do you think if this guy still doesn't have money, the girl will still be with him?
and sometimes you can see these things, the way they celebrate the items more than the person.
You guys,
Exactly.
that's
It's a big
you're making
red
a
flag.
general statement from 7 seconds video.
It is.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Wow.
Point. You have a point.
No.
No, you do have a point.
I had to highlight that.
Oh,
because
really?
This idiots here.
But you do have a
Really?
point.
That's-
Really?
That's a point.
So you're making an assumption
That
from a
was
1
the
minute
answer that
video?
you said is chill.
Wow.
My point is
Shout out
that
to be a fat.
my point in this is that it's not everybody will be excited when they get gifts. I am excited when people do the randomest things.
Women are the
Mm.
shittiest gifters.
I can't relate to that.
You
please.
can't. And
No, there's
and
a
that should be a
difference.
good thing. Women
Guys,
are the
I can't
shittiest.
relate
guys,
to
there's a
that.
difference between
Gifters.
celebrating the joy that comes from someone valuing you enough to give you certain types of gifts.
Men don't have expectations with women and gifts. Men don't.
Fair enough.
Women do.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah, I do. I
Women
agree
expect their Valentine gifts to be on point.
I
Their
agree with
birthday
you.
gifts. Men don't.
with you. I
Do you know
want-
how fucked up that is?
I was also the person that said that she doesn't not with we were with each other, but the person was like, she doesn't, if you are going to give me a gift, it has to be on point. And really I lost interest. I'm sorry, because the truth is, so that means you want someone to just serve you.
What makes you think that she won't do the same for you?
No, she's not. I'm sorry.
Because here,
How do you know?
If she was really, I'll be with the person right
no,
now.
here's where
I'm sorry.
Here's how I look at it, right?
Because throughout the time I was with you, you never sent me lunch one time. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about, G? Reply.
Not even.
I think that
not even
relationship.
Agbado.
I think that relationships should be.
A coconut.
Go ahead, man.
I think that relationship should be.
Oh my god. You think that relationship
should be to be two-sided. I don't think that one person should have to be it.
But it doesn't
Even
work
with
like that with
economic
your gender.
situation-
the
world
reality of life is a lot of times we need to understand that there are people where their relationship where the women are the financial
Oh, absolutely.
A lot.
and it works well.
But what's the ratio again,
and
Melody?
it works well.
How does it work well?
It works well. Like the two parties are happy as they are.
Yeah.
Then
I
they
agree.
come on Twitter and see people posting your fake nonsense bullshit.
And they'll be laughing at you niggas. Yeah.
Exactly. So let's not make it look like women don't do these things normally.
we
No,
do.
But
we
the
know.
problem with that is that even when the women and the one doing these things, they cannot even come out to say it because
No,
they have to cover your shame.
No, that's
Why?
not our problem.
Why is it
here.
a shame?
Exactly. Exactly. Why should it even be a shame?
But you just said covered your shame.
I said,
Because of your instincts,
man, I
bro.
said why? Like, why
Because of
are
your
you
instincts.
using that shame?
Because of your instincts.
No, I said cover your shame.
Because
like,
of your instincts.
No,
No, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Idiot. I was even going to question that. Why is it a shameful thing? Why can't I say I'm the one feeding you?
I've never seen somebody goes from unwoke to woke in like 2 seconds.
No, Excel. I wasn't even trying to be woke. My
you
point
are
is,
you are the
no.
greatest.
Actually, I was no.
I love you.
I was going to say that. Why is it a shameful thing? Why do I have to hide that I'm feeding you? Why can't you see you're broken? I'm the one feeding you. Why do women have to lie?
So you like a man to go out and say, "Oh sis, I'm feeding that babe, man. I bought her the Range Rover and all the clothes that she's wearing."
But men
I
say it
pay
all
her
the time.
rent.
But men say it all the time.
No, except what I'm saying is it acceptable for a man to say it?
But you
is
say
a
it all
man
the
not going
time.
to get criticized if he says that on
Of course
social
he
media?
is.
Exactly.
Not by men though.
Well, men will hail you, my man. That's your duty.
No, we're not going to hear you if she's a
I'm not
bad.
going to hear you.
If she's a
But I was
bad.
going to look at.
Nah, but enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Enjoy your life. Is he taking it to your account? No. Enjoy your life, my brother.
Anyways,
No. There's no anyways.
whatever.
The thing there is that men should be as comfortable as in pursuing independent women as women are very comfortable in
With hypergamy.
pursuing
With
independent
hypergamy.
men. There's no problem. We can all be in Dubai on a yacht shaking something and somebody's tapping something. Come on.
That's the truth.
Someone put out a tweet saying, "I need someone to write a thesis on the influence of fraud music in the country and why it's so sweet."
Fraud music in the country and why it's so sweet.
Who wants to go first?
Excel.
On a general level,
Is fraud music sweeter than regular music? Fraud music, like
on a
songs that are
on a
celebrating.
general level, the
Fraud.
entertainment industry, and this is worldwide, and crime are in a marriage of sorts. The entertainment industry
That's a
and,
fact.
and crime are in a marriage of sorts. So, if it's down to like the drug dealers, or it just happens that Nigerians own is Yahoo boys, drug money sponsored a lot of hip hop in its early stages. A lot of our rappers that are icons were drug dealers. Till now even so. With Nigeria, it's fraud, internet fraud that broke the ice for a lot of youths and made them rich. And because of the what they call it, characteristics, criminal money encourages the flashy lifestyle. So does the entertainment industry. It's also a way to launder money. Like, the reasons are endless. The reasons are endless, but why is it sweet? That was the question, right?
Yes. Why do you think it's sweeter than regular songs?
Not
Do you think
necessarily,
fraud
but
songs
it's just more original. It's just more authentic.
Why is it more authentic than talking about falling in love?
It's just more authentic because
That also works as well.
it's just more authentic because what are the chances of somebody singing about love being true that the person really is in love compared to the chances of somebody singing about how
Maye giving you money.
Maga no even pay.
Just to add to what you're saying, it's the people that determine the status of a hit record in Nigeria is women, especially when it comes to love. The people that determine if it's going to be a hit, if women like it, it's going to be a hit. If men like it, it might not be a hit. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So in the entire conversation, what I'm trying to say is that let me pick my thoughts.
Wait, did you lose your train of?
No, I didn't. The number one thing here is, what is the reality of Nigeria? Nigeria is a broke country. It's a poverty-stricken nation.
Cheers.
Which I'm going to agree with Trump. I'm going to agree with Trump on, regardless of what the situation is. One. Number two, what's the reality of the majority of Nigeria? The rich people in Nigeria are still the top 1%. So that means about 70% of this country is living in poverty. The middle class, lower middle class, and middle class is about maybe 10% max. This is number 4 points in the sense of a lot of people that are making the music and the reality of the things that they're talking about is, again, I'm going to make reference to this line because I think it's so important. Kendrick Lamar and Black Boy Fly. Niggas like him never prosper prognosis. Like, someone like Kendrick didn't expect to make it because all his heroes in his hood were either gang members or drug dealers. A lot of his family members were members of Pyru Bloods, right? Same thing with Game. right? His mother and his father were members of the Parade Brothers. They were drug dealers. He saw them planning heist and drive-by shootings when he was in his childhood. So someone like that, except if he wasn't shot when he was like in his teens, he probably wouldn't be a rapper right now. The only reason why the game is a rapper right now is because he was shot and was living with his grandma, and he realized that I can't go back to this life. I have to make my grandma happy. And I think that was after his brother died. Which was the Nigerian point in the sense of a lot of people that you are seeing, the most of the people that make it to the top of the music game are people who are from the trenches, babe.
Yep.
They're from the trenches.
But we also have some rich kids infiltrating the system, Shabba.
Melody, they are still the exception to the rule.
Are they?
They are.
Some of them are really rich kids that lie that they're not rich kids.
Melody, mention 5 Nigerian artists who are generally from rich backgrounds.
Really?
Aside Davido.
Are we really gonna do that? Most of them are undercover, so them not be the one
That's not
busting their
true.
bubble. Yeah, whoa.
Aside Davido and LAX. I've given you 2.
And even
Guys,
is LAX at the top of the top? I love LAX. I love him, but is he at the top? No, he's not.
Most of them don't even want to align with that side of them. They want to do this rag to riches story. Please, let's not do this.
Melody,
Bro.
but we work in the industry. We know when people are doing rap to riches story.
Yes.
For example, Burna Boy tries to cover the fact that he's not from a rich background, but Burna Boy is from a rich background. But that's still an exception to the rule. That's just 2 people or 3 people. The people that bro in this industry in a year is at least 7 people. What are we talking about here?
But the point is, we still have some rags to riches fake story that I'm not sure on.
No. There is nobody that's going to get past someone like me with a rags to riches story that is not true. Do you understand? It's unlikely. It's what I'm telling you. So when it comes down to the people, for example, Ashake that blew this year, Ashake is from the trenches. Ashake is the flagship artist for blowing in 2022. It's from the trenches. And that's what the majority of the story is going to be, 80% of the time. Mention one woman that's from a rich family. Mention one, no.
Bro, I'm not going to do this with you. I'm not going to do that.
People are going to say Tiwa Savage has a British passport. Tiwa Savage is not from a rich family. In the essence
Away
of
from
it.
herself.
Who?
Bro, let's move on. I'm not doing that. I'm not. You know, I don't like
No,
this name calling thing.
okay.
I'm not
Let's say
doing it,
maybe
please.
Thames. Mention names now.
But she said she's not. She said she's not. She has to.
I think that's a stupid argument, but we can move on.
Hey, Jesus, that's a strong word to use,
I'm
bro. She literally.
I'm sorry, but I think it's still a stupid argument because the person that can judge if you are rich or not is not you. It's people that are beneath you. This is a poor country.
But let's not also forget that poverty and riches also. No, let me not say that.
It's so relative, right?
I was going to say it's relative.
Yeah, it is relative. Let me tell you something.
More poverty, no
But poverty no I don't say bro. Poverty no really.
Oh, I agree with you.
It's
but
not
rich
relative.
people have you believe that hunger is relative.
Yes,
Okay, so let's break it down.
Fresh Air would have us believe when he came here.
I mean,
Before we talk about poverty.
tried to do
Meanwhile,
that.
hot box will soon reopen.
Shout out to
Before we talk about
Fresh Air.
poverty and let's have the conversation. Let's mention all the big threes. Wizkid,
Trenches,
Davido,
rich,
Burna Boy.
kind of rich.
Okay. So let's go to the women now. Tiwa Savage,
As a British pally, but it's not from a rich background.
Shay,
Not rich.
Niniola.
Definitely not rich. Their father looked like he was rich, but he died when Nina was like 14 or 13.
Tenny.
Same now.
So when we say like people are okay, let's continue. Simi.
Really?
I'm asking.
Definitely not, bro.
Adekunle Gold, no. Who else? Let's talk about the ones that are even popping now. Ira Star,
No.
Loj,
No. Yeah, rich background.
Joe Boy, no.
No.
Fireboy,
No.
Rema,
No.
Ruga.
No.
Okay, so we have more trenches. But I also think that
I think what you're not
most of
pointing
the
out.
guys.
I think what you're not pointing out here is
What?
is the comfort and lack of work ethic when you're from a rich background. Usually.
But wait,
Again, shout out to the Fresh Air episode.
even the ones that were saying no trenches, most of them are not like trenches, bottom of barrel
Trenches is
trenches.
in layers.
That's what I'm saying. Some of them grew from privileged backgrounds.
One
I
of
literally
the-
saw an interview. The tennis teacher that said that he met Tenny and he used to be Tenny's home teacher or something.
Okay.
Do you understand? Like he used to come teach her in the house after school.
Mm.
How many people can afford home teachers?
No, trenches.
Fam, I'm not from a rich
yes.
background, but I had home teachers from when I was
Some
primary
people
two.
can't even afford
No,
to
but
even
yeah,
go to
but
school to
Melody
even
has
have
a
home
point. Trenches
teachers.
is in levels.
It's in levels.
Let me give you an example that will resonate more with you. We know one of the most revered street artists in this country. That is our guy, and he's revered like as a street music icon. And he told us that when he saw Portable, he understood that he was not street
Yeah,
enough.
fair enough.
Thank you. Do you understand? Even they were even saying no. Are they trenches?
I feel like that's another point which aligns with the fact that everything is in levels.
That's why I also don't agree with people that were arguing with Thames who said that she's from the trenches.
Melody, people never.
She didn't even use the word trenches.
But guess
anyways.
what? For marketing purposes,
It works.
we
well.
understand why, on a general level, that why a lot of
Let's talk
artists.
about how she used to hustle.
No, why a lot of artists, not just them, like why
Go
a
for the
lot
grass
of
to grace
artists
story.
That's
go
what
for
I
the
said
grass
here now. Most
to
people
grace story.
want to align with
Is
I
that
suffer
because
that.
it's
Did you
easier to
really?
sell.
It's easier to sell and it's more relatable.
And more people relate with
Thank
it.
you.
Melody,
People like a
But-
sub story.
But
Thank
Melody,
you.
you also have to understand why people are going to kick against the argument for terms.
Perception.
No. Yes. Yes. But no,
Perception.
still. Look,
Someone said that she used to go to people's house to be able to get food to eat.
Melody. People are always going to stick to things that they know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest. There's no place for. Let's not place. I love this babe. I love whatever. I love everything she's achieved. I respect everything she's achieved. But that was some bullshit. I'm sorry. The only person that can determine if you are poor, if you are not, is someone that is beneath you.
So I can't call myself poor or rich.
Melody, you can't. Do you know why? Because when the people that are really poor come out to tell you.
It's like when people argue when I say I'm from the trenches or I'm broke. Like, bro.
And Dom Wen, one sang. Let the rich say.
yeah.
But I think it's actually ridiculous because people always do that. If I
Melody.
say I'm poor, how do you know I'm not poor? Because I have red hair.
Please listen. This is an entirely. It is a poor country. The average person in this country lives under $1 a day. Do you understand?
Bro.
So that you need to understand the kind of poverty that is in this country. Now you can't tell me that you live in Inukpeju. Do you understand?
You look with you. Where's that?
Is that not where they said she grew up?
I can't remember.
After she came back from the UK, they said she was born in the UK or something, and then the family brought her back to Ilukpeju. Not Agege. Ilukpeju is old money, bro. That's industrialization in Lagos. Do you understand? That's where the headquarters of a lot of factories in Lagos are located.
That's Lagos.
You need to understand.
Lagos Indian community as well.
Exactly. That's old money. Not Agege. Not Mushin. Not even fucking Ikeja along.
No.
Do you understand? I understand. So, what I love to go back about the conversation of rich and poor in this country is what Tomisin said when she came to this podcast. And Lobby. Do you remember that episode?
Yeah.
I think we should bring them back.
I think so. Tomisin broke it down in the most beautiful way. Tomisin's family is not poor. Tomisin's family is very comfortable. But she said that she went to the UK at the age of 16 or 15.
And she was shocked.
She was shocked. She said
She saw certain things.
she said that even though she was living on like maybe
Then she now saw another
100
level.
pounds,
And people were
there were
complaining.
still like people who were
Higher,
living
and they were
on
complaining.
1,000, and they were still complaining that they were poor.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Yes. And she talked about how her dad gave her money to buy a phone and she had to pay him back. And people were like, why are you
Thank
paying
you very
back?
much. So, man, the fact that you're in the UK, number one, shows that you're not poor.
Yep.
Do you understand?
That's some metric actually. The fact that
Exactly.
you can even go to the UK to school
And your parents are not struggling to pay your
to
fees.
pay your
bro.
fees. You're not
They
funding
are
it
not using
yourself.
loans.
You're not funding it yourself. That's not poverty, bro.
That's struggle.
You struggle.
Wait.
Tolani struggle is going to school.
Wait. Do you remember?
Tolani struggle is schooling in Nigeria and getting called out on assembly and getting flogged for not paying school fees.
I'm trying to be liberal here. Help my cause. Help my cause. That's my real opinion that you're voicing.
Bro.
I'm trying to be liberal here. What I'm saying here
Struggle
is,
is UK bow.
you know when Fresh came to the podcast and
Yeah.
he said that there were people who can't pay for their studio sessions. Remember?
Yes. Yes.
My brother, the reason why you can't pay for your studio session is because your father hasn't credited your account for a month.
And it's also
No,
because
aside
your parents
that-
don't even approve of you doing music.
No. Aside that,
And you're trying to
aside that,
rebel.
No. You guys are not
Please
even
go
taking
on,
it
please
to a good right place. You're not hungry enough. Because you get where hunger go reach your studio session, it's not a priority.
Yeah.
You have to eat first.
It's even privileged to be thinking of paying for studio session.
And number two, another thing you pointed it out on that episode, and you also have to understand that who's taking you around? You say your daddy's Benz, bro.
Whose house do you go back to? You're not under the bridge.
You're broke. Oh, you're broke because you can't go to the clubs. Really? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So that's a level. We live in a country where if you can take your children to Covenant, you are rich. You can't convince your family members that you don't have money.
If you can even afford to pay Unilag school fees, you're not broke.
Unilag school fees is not even expensive because it's federal.
That's my point again. Some people cannot even pay that. Some people can't even pay that. We live in a country
where people have to. The first thing that people also for in this country is federal universities because they are the cheapest. Yeah. If you can't get that, you also for states. Do you get?
Yeah.
So, if this babe went to school in South Africa,
who's that now?
Thames.
I still feel like her story is her story anyway.
Melody, I'm sorry.
I'm
going to say what I have to say here. I don't give a fuck what anybody has a problem with. The truth is, as much as you went through the struggle, you have to understand that you have to accept it. Melody, you have to accept it. That the real people that can tell you what real struggle and real poverty is are people who are beneath you on the social strata. Not you. It's not your opinion.
Fair.
It's not your opinion, bro.
Fair. Speaking about female artists, Madrina had something to say.
Who is? Oh, Cynthia Morgan.
Yeah. So she was talking about how she didn't get support from certain people when she started her music. And she mentioned names like Oma Umi, Timida Akolo. No, not Timida Akolo, sorry. She said, let me see. Okay, she said Helen Paul, Oma Umi, and Flavor snubbed her in her upcoming days.
Okay.
And even Don Jazzy. Some people
Aren't you supposed to say this when you have blown? Aren't you supposed to talk? Isn't that the game? The game is that you blow and then you talk about the people who snubbed you, but now you made it. But if you haven't made it and you're complaining about the people who snubbed you, were they not?
I mean, she did blow.
It didn't last. You had a short wave. Were they not perhaps right in not supporting you?
Really?
I'm joking.
Then she now said, I left music for many good reasons so thank you for assuming I haven't made a hit in.
Was she responding to somebody?
Yes, she was responding to some guy on Twitter. His name is Kusman. That one said, I know if you talk with Cynthia Morgan do me that year, my almighty God in his infinite mercy has humbled her. Now we both have 0 hit songs in the last 8 years. Is the guy an artist?
Kusman is
Is he an artist?
No, but he's just trolling. I saw somebody trolled YC like that.
I'm going to get to the right.
No, I think it's some doctor nigga like that.
Some doctor guy. I'm going to get to that
which
right
I think was kind of weird. Because what he said that YC corrected was kind of stupid. Go
ahead.
Before we get there, anyway, so she then went on to say that she didn't get support. Then she now said, okay, she even mentioned Sheishi and Tiwa. Tiwa said it in her interview with Ebuka. I called Cynthia Morgan for my show. She didn't come. Really? Even after I told you I wasn't in the right frame of mind to perform. You therefore would have preferred if my enemy slumped on your stage. Then Sheishi, that one only calls you when she needs a verse or when she's trying to have...
Who said that?
Cynthia Morgan. Huh? She says Sheishi, that one only calls you when she needs a verse or when she's trying to have you help her fight Tiwa. Stupid industry.
What are we to do with this information? What are we supposed
to do? Should we comment
on
this?
What is this? The fuck is this shit?
I wish Madrina had the best.
I
wish I had strength and I wish I had more hits in the industry.
Yeah.
We can move on now.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the fact that some people who started a conversation about when they could not be in a legend.
They say one day is not, but guys, have you listened to the new one they call album now?
New one they call album or Motion to More Hits.
Sorry, not new one they call.
No, they've always been listening to Motion to More Hits.
I'm going to call it new, please, because she just got on the streaming platforms. Have you listened to it? So new one they call Motion to More Hits that is kind of old, but some streaming platforms now. Have you listened to it on those streaming platforms?
Yes, I have.
It is very important for us to remind you to please ensure that you vote. Do not just collect your PVC and keep it in your house. Ensure you vote. Tell your friends, tell your family members to vote. Social media conversations are not enough. And getting your PVC for getting PVC's sake is also not enough. Go out and vote. Vote for someone that you trust, someone that you believe in, not someone that you do not believe in. And do not sell your vote to. Please vote for who is right.
Use our hashtags vote for Nigeria.
Use the hashtag
and
vote
I
for
registered.
Nigeria. And tag us to your videos at Melody_Hassan, at Excel Joab, and at Motalani Alaki. What do you think?
It's a good feeling, isn't it?
It's good to hear the classics. Disappointing that they couldn't get the original files.
Why?
The masters.
The masters. I don't know. We don't know. We will need to get one day, which we have tried to do on this pod.
Which is true.
We will need to get one day.
Where did he get those ones from?
He will tell us the story behind that.
The songs are even skipping.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Yes.
some songs we're skipping. Yeah, so I remember that before I even pressed play on Apple Music, I had gone and I saw on that Black Diamond Entertainment. So I was excited in my mind. I was like, oh.
Even me, I was like, oh my God.
Maybe like Jazzy them gave him the
Yes.
masters project. I don't know. And then I went on.
What does this mean though? Sorry, please continue.
No. And then I went on Twitter and I saw people complaining about what I just said. I was like, oh no. And then I went to play and I experienced it as well. I was like,
Does it matter?
Does it matter? The quality, yes.
the album is number 4 on Apple Music
It
album
does.
charts.
An album that was released 14 years ago.
Yes, it was.
So
number
imagine,
4.
13 years
so
ago.
imagine if that album, if he got the original, and he now put some marketing behind it, like he announced he did the proper marketing, maybe not give us a deluxe or something, just something ridiculous like that.
Wouldn't that have been a waste if he had put marketing behind an album that dropped 13 years
No,
ago?
it won't have been.
Depends on how you roll it.
It won't
out,
have been
so
actually.
Just give me an
If
example.
you do like
A deluxe.
20-year anniversary version, 10-year
Yes.
anniversary version.
Now add
they
maybe
do
2
it
verses
and
or
change.
something.
So like
Tweak it
remixed,
here and
remastered.
Yes,
Fair
remix,
enough.
remastered, and now even do like maybe add 2
But
songs.
from what we are saying, he couldn't because he doesn't even have the masters.
masters.
To start with.
Yes.
The question is, does Maven have the remasters?
That's a good question. That's done by
Nobody
Bate.
can answer.
Can answer.
I think so. Here's what I think.
I think we should even ask
he
Don
doesn't-
Jazzy that.
It doesn't feel before he got that record. One of the reasons why he couldn't get the album on the streaming platforms was because of rights issues. We kind of agree on that.
Yeah.
And if he was going to get the album on streaming platforms, that means he had the agreement
Yeah.
with Mohit
To put
and
it on
Jazzy
it.
and the band to put it on streaming platforms, and he must have had a cogent agreement.
And we've seen
with
that all these
rights and
niggas are
publishing.
chumming with each other, but again.
Again,
Exactly.
yes, yeah.
So that's number 2. Number 3, that means if Jazzy had the masters, he probably would have given it to him.
So are we saying that it's possible that
That doesn't have the masters.
How?
It's very
it's
possible.
possible now? It happens. It's life.
It's very possible. It's life. It's very possible. It's
It's
very,
life
very
now. Which
possible.
label did their Warehouse Born and the original masters of some
We're
artists?
gone.
That's a
They're
conversation
gone.
I would really love to have with Don Jazzy though.
I mean, does he have the masters? If he does, if Jazzy doesn't have the masters, it's unlikely that's going to be a thing of Jazzy's mistake personally. It's probably going to be an act of God. What law calls an act of God, where he couldn't control what was lost.
Yeah.
Right.
Could happen. Hard drives crash. Like
Exactly.
anything. It could.
Things
It
can
happened
happen.
actually.
Things can happen.
It happened.
But what I would have liked is I think a lot of people around it were so excited about the prospect of finally having this album on streaming.
we were all
platforms.
excited, bro.
Yes,
Yeah.
we were.
We were all excited.
Yeah. Well,
the
rank
legend
the top
conversation.
5. Rank the top 5 Afrobeat albums since 1999. Afrobeat albums. Give me a top 10.
Top 10.
Top 10 is too much. Top 5,
Let's do
please.
5, please.
No, we can do a top 10.
Top 10
It's
is
too
too
much.
low.
You
much.
realize that it's not so much. Go.
I can't do it in a particular order, so I'll just be calling Machine to More Hits.
No, let's since 99. Okay.
Machine to More Hits. There's the Two-Face album I'm trying to remember. The Two-Face
Grass to
album.
Grass to Grace.
Grass to Grace.
Judy Band's album.
Entertainer.
Entertainer.
Entertainer. Super. What's Whiskey's debut album?
Superstar.
Superstar. That's 4. So it's not long actually. Debut. No. Albums in general. Afrobeats, right?
Yeah.
I said debut album. Oh, okay.
No, you didn't say debut album. No, you just said
albums. I said
1999.
albums. You are going to give me a debut albums as well.
Yeah. Very weird contender. Very weird. I think I should keep this one for honorable mentions. But where I was going was Shantizo, actually.
Fair.
I was going with Shantizo.
It's not weird, actually.
It's fair.
Not a debut album, but Nice's Congresso album.
Yeah.
Fair. I think it
Yeah,
should, I think,
should be
I
there.
think it should be in Gonzo.
Definitely
How
be
about
there.
you?
Gongwaso. Motion to Mohit. Gongwaso, Motion to Mohit. Entertainer. I'll put the Shantizo album there too. I'll put it there, not for honorable mention. I'll actually put it there. 4. Then who'll be my last one?
It's just that when you say since 1999, your mind tends to go. It's a brain thing. Your mind tends to stay in the past because somewhere, I should mention. I should mention African Giants.
I agree.
Yes.
I should mention African.
The
Giants.
last person I'm gonna ask to think. P-Square's album.
I agree with you.
God damn.
I agree with you.
Hey.
P-Square's album.
Which one? Game over.
It depends on the one. It's like 3.
It's like 3. So I can't mention anyone, but P-Square's album. P-Square's album because they give us back to back.
I
Hits
think there are
back
4
to
albums
back.
that should be in this conversation before any other albums.
Okay.
True Story. It's my
That's even another one too. Yes, I agree.
I won't put True Story.
Gongaso nice.
Gongaso.
Pushing to more hits.
Motion to More
3.
Hits.
Not no particular order. 4 Entertainer.
Entertainer.
Face to Face. Two Face. The first album.
Okay, it was Grass to Grace that you mentioned.
Those guys, I mentioned.
Oh, we're mentioning great albums. I think Grass to Grace is a great album actually.
Yeah.
This is tough. I mentioned 4, have you?
You mentioned 5.
No, 4.
Entertainer, Motion to More Hits, True Story.
And
Grass. Okay, Face to Face.
Oh, I mentioned 5 actually.
You mentioned 5
Grass to
already.
Grace. Tetila's first album, One in Time, which I think is the album that broke a lot of things.
It's a fantastic album.
Yeah.
I can't lie.
In terms of rap, I'm going to pick MI2, even though I can't stand the album.
You can't stand MI2.
I don't like it. I've told MI this. I don't like it. But the greatness of the album can't be denied. Do you understand? So I'm going to put it there. African Giants, obviously. Shantizo. I'm missing out on love albums.
Yes,
I
we
need
all
to
are.
go back and play that Shanti's
And
album.
Superstar.
Bro.
Honorable mention, Simisola.
Sorry.
And-
Please.
and-
Simisola. Please.
And
Please.
Fathers Guy Valiant.
Simisola for me. Simisola. I forgot. Absolutely.
let's
It's just that when
Simisola.
you say it from 1999, your mind just tends
Yes.
Yeah.
Stay farther down. Simisola.
Let's do debut albums. Top 10. You see why I say top 10 is very easy to do.
debut albums, debut opening, Superstar or Wizkid, Straight.
Motion
Talk
to More
about
Hits.
it. Motion to More
Motion
Hits.
to More Hits.
The Shantizo album.
Shantizo album. Okay, nice.
Gongaso
Gongaso is
was
it's not
a
debut.
sophomore.
It's not
Yeah,
debut.
Gongaso was a sophomore album. It might feel weird, but on my list album, I'll put
Fair.
it there.
Fair.
Fireboys.
Put them. Laughter, tears, and goosebumps. They are daddy. Greatness. How many have I called now?
6.
6.
Simisola. No,
not
it's
a
not
debut
debut
album.
album. It's not debut album. Sorry. Game Over.
That's not a debut album.
That's not a debut album.
Last Night was a debut album.
That's not a debut album.
Game Over is my favorite P-Square album.
Fair enough.
Who else?
True Story.
True Story.
True Story. 7. Eli. Eli. Everybody loves Ice Prince.
Did you mention MIs?
Yeah,
Yes,
talk
I did.
about
Okay.
it.
Everybody loves Ice Prince. What was Netosi's debut album?
So Passy Season is the debut one. You Know My P is the first one. You Know My P.
Is the first album? No,
Yeah.
it's not. You know my period.
I think that's the first one.
Yeah, I'm saying it doesn't. It's not.
It's not a good album.
Because Super C season was.
It was a great album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8. I'm short of 2. I am short of 2. Listen, this is preference, bruv.
Go.
This is preference. The
Go.
Prince's album.
Fair enough.
The Prince's debut album.
Did you mention Entertainer?
No, I
Entertainer
haven't.
is not a debut
Oh,
album.
no,
It's
like
not
It's
a
a third album.
third album actually.
So now I remember 1. Alright, I've called 9. Remains 1. They need to put that the Prince's album on streaming platforms, by the way.
All right, bro.
Hmm?
Right.
It's his brother. They should can't figure it out. 10. Who will be 10? Who will be 10? Who am I missing out?
What was Adekunle Gold's debut album?
Not for me.
It's a good album, but
Not for me.
Let me look for that. Adekunle Gold's debut album.
Who am I missing out on? Who am I missing out on? I'm trying to remember.
Ashake.
Carry they go.
How about you?
It's similar.
It's very similar.
Very similar.
Morning Time, Tesila.
Okay.
I think that should be there. I think Pass, Idris Abdulkarim has to be there. Is it Pass or the first album? I can't remember if that's the first album. But the albums dropped within 1 year feature there anyway.
Mine is not similar. I have to mention my own list separately. Sorry. I
I can't remember the name, but Jeremiah Gann's first album is an
It's a really
honorable
good
mention.
album. I
That's a
think
really
Face to
good
Face
album.
has to be there. True Story, obviously. Asha's debut album.
I can't lie. I can't lie.
Did we not
Push it to
remember
more
that
hits.
I can't lie. Asha's debut album is heavy.
Yes,
It's heavy.
it was heavy.
Push into more hits. Talk about it.
Talk about it.
Kiss Daniel.
Not for me though, but
Kiss Daniel. Do you want me to count the album? Do you want to see the track list before you come back?
let me check it.
Check the track list, bro.
New era. Be with me.
New era, bro.
New
Check
era.
the track list before you come back.
Even the sleepers. Even
Check
the
the track list of
That song has like some bangers that were not
Yes,
hits.
though.
Let me check.
Shantizo,
Shantizo Def.
obviously.
Def.
No Gods, No Glory.
Yes, I agree. No Ghost, No Glory.
I'm missing out on certain debuts.
Sky
which is
B's
like,
debut album was a solid album.
fuck off.
Omo, this
Everybody loves Esprit.
My baby.
no, but this
Shout out
Daniel's
Sky
debut
B.
album was
If
actually
you're in the
mad.
comment section and you know Sky B, you're an
Shout out
OG.
Sky B.
This Kiss Daniel's debut album was actually mad.
New era.
Yeah.
Read
New
the
era
track
was
list
a
out.
New era was a
New
mad
King, Another Day, Jumbo, Mama, Gobe,
Jumbo Mama.
Good Time, Napo, Give In To, Kudi, Ghetto Boys, Laye, Are You Alright, Alone, Sin City, Kiss Me, Upon Me, Duro, Woju.
That's like,
Move,
seven-
freaky.
that's like 8 hits.
Welcome to Sin City. Shout out Mastercraft. Yes,
I'm going to put for my own list. I'm going to put
If you are going to rank though, I forgot.
For my own
I
list-
forgot Superstar.
did you mention Superstar?
I
Please,
did.
my own list. Add Joe Boy's debut album. My own list. Preference.
We're going to disagree on that.
Yes,
That's fine.
yes, preference. But
Laughter Says and Goosebumps and Ashake's debut album. I think they have been the best top 2 debut albums
In
the last
recent
5
times,
years. In the
yes,
last 5 years,
I agree.
actually.
From young people,
In
from
in
new
this new
acts,
generation.
Nope.
In the last
from new acts.
melody.
In recent
Mention
times,
one debut album that should remotely be in the conversation of Fireboy and Ashake.
it might not take it away, but she
Right.
can also be in the conversation.
Which one?
Ira Stars 1990. Not take anyone
I
away.
can't argue.
Should be in
That's
the
a
conversation.
Ooh, that's a good
Dangerous.
argument.
Yep.
Okay,
Should be
so
in the
if we even
conversation.
do in the last 5 years, let's do in the last 5 years, right?
19 and Dangerous.
Arasta, Laughter, Tears,
Goosebumps,
Goosebumps,
Ashake,
Ashake, Omale's
Omale's debut album.
Debut EP. Oh, Omo!
Omale's debut
album.
album. This one that
Debut
just
album.
dropped.
That
one
just dropped now.
Who else dropped a really good album among all these young people?
But history might not be kind to that album.
Well,
yeah, it's fine.
CK's debut album is not bad. I get what you mean, but I think it's not a bad album.
It's not a bad album.
It's a really good album. I think it's a really.
It's
the
not
one
a-
he just dropped.
Yeah, the one
I
he
like
just
it.
dropped.
It's a really.
I like
really
it.
good album.
It's not a bad
I
album.
But
like
I
it.
get where.
It's my type of music.
But
I
are
like
we
it.
counting EPs?
No, just albums though.
You have to
Those
count
albums.
EPs because of the reality that we're in.
The reality is that EPs come out. EPs are the real
Introduction
debuts.
to albums. Yeah,
So,
they
so
actually.
let's just do debut projects then. Let's
Rema.
just do
Rema.
debut projects.
Rema.
Rema straight.
Rema
Out the gate.
straight.
Rema.
Out at the
Out
damn
the
gate.
Rema.
Loj.
Loj too. Saz and Loj.
Saz and Loj. When you said Loj, I was confused for a minute. Saz and Loj.
Obviously.
Saz
Omale.
and Loj.
Omale.
Both debut album, debut EP.
I think the debut EP was even great. In conversation is greater
Greater than the
debut
one for the debut album,
But I think
yes.
the debut album is a better project than the debut.
But just
EP.
conversation around that debut EP was
sophomore
bigger.
EP.
Yeah.
Everything was a madness.
Yeah.
Omale.
Obviously Ashake.
Ashake.
Fireboy.
Fireboy.
Debut EP and debut album.
Madness.
Madness, actually.
I actually think Ashake's album if care is not taken, it might supersede Laughter Tears and Goosebumps.
Number
If
wise,
cares,
Because they can space out. the
number
hits.
wise,
yeah.
They can.
number
Yeah.
wise.
You know that they have not really focused on organized. They are focused more on Joha.
Joa, yes.
The streets carry organized.
Yeah.
Head, but they are
Guys,
focused more on Joha.
Let's have a conversation that I discovered yesterday. I played Organized on repeat after I left the island yesterday. What's the biggest party starter or in Ashake's discography than Organized? When you hear the song and everywhere just scatters before the song
Organized,
goes.
Nice.
everybody don't scatter.
It's organized now.
Everybody don't
Just
scatter.
It's organized.
It's organized.
Organized.
They have not done Organized. They have not done Sumoni. They have not done Zanza. And the album is already a madness.
Organized is a madness.
We can argue face to face that were only 2 hits from Fireboy's debut.
It was just a great body of work.
It's
It was-
an
it was-
incredible body of
It
work.
was
was
just
just my goodness.
I think it. I don't think it did the trifecta. I'm going to say it now. I don't think it did it.
Neither do I.
I don't think it did it.
With the third one, right?
I don't
The
think
third
it
one
did it.
broke
I don't
it.
think it did it.
I don't know if
I don't
he
think he
was
did it.
rushed.
I don't think he was ready to do it. That's what I think.
Neither do
I don't think he was. I don't think he did it. Which is weird because a lot of people thought I was going to say he did it.
Still
because
shout
I
out
love
to him. Still shout out
But
to him.
yeah,
But
it's a good album.
it was a good album.
But it's not just
for
on
the
that
quality
level.
he has set. For the
For the bar that he
he's
set.
he's a victim of his own standards.
That's
It's just
it.
it.
So what about Brenner Boy?
The trifecta.
Yeah.
I think he did it.
He did it already.
Absolutely.
He did it traffic.
Outside African Giants vs. Stall, absolutely he did it.
He did it.
How about Mayor's debut? No.
Mayor
It's not
Queen's
a good
debut was
Mayor's
Mayor's debut
album. No. Sophomore. No.
I agree. I agree.
Same with Peruzzi. No. As a matter of fact, DMWs as a whole should be. They are quite.
Album is.
I'm not sure
the
DMW as what it was still exists.
Yeah.
But the past,
What on the street is that they might have new artists they're going to release.
I wish.
Yes, I've heard stuff like that. I haven't confirmed. But DMW as a whole, with the run they had, when they had the whole,
They didn't produce a
Single.
classic album.
yeah, there's no classic
one.
project from DMW.
Not one.
but they had a couple of fantastic singles though.
They killed
Obviously,
it.
because
They had
They
fantastic
killed
singles.
It was
I
also
think.
not their fault because at the time
It was the
we were a singles market.
we were a singles market.
But at the same time, they needed to understand that our careers are judged by classic albums.
But shout out to the record labels that were able to pull that off. Them more hits and the rest of them.
IBNL, bro.
YBNL. Yeah.
Olamide has like 3 alone by himself.
Shout out to the record labels that were able to.
Olamide has like 3 acts where you could call trifecta. The debut album, YBNL, and Baddest Guy Ever Live It.
Yeah.
And some people say Baddest Guy Ever Live It, YBNL, Baddest Guy Ever Live It, Street Tootsie.
What about YC?
No.
debut what?
The R&B project. The R&B project.
The one with
With,
Bella Lugo.
with Bella Lugo.
Ridiculously
Fantastic
good.
project.
Ridiculous.
Fantastic
Ridiculous.
Incredible project.
Ridiculous.
I don't think the debut EP was great. No, I don't think so. There's some really great conversations here.
I'm trying to think about someone that we have not mentioned.
I don't think there's anybody.
Debut EP, young person, and it was really
Te-
good.
Teiwa, first and second. Renaissance
so.
and Passport. Ridiculous.
What about Sugar Boy?
No.
No.
I think Alo's first project was really good.
Ooh, no. No, it
Halo.
was the second.
Was it
Random
second?
Access Memory. Random Access.
Who have we
something.
not
That's the one that
mentioned?
featured Amare
Yeah.
and other people.
Yeah. I think this guy's first. Santi's first was really good.
Which is Which one is Santi's
Susan's
first?
funeral.
Santi or Santi or But yes, it
Lady
doesn't matter.
Don Lee.
What was Lady Don's first album?
I knew that we're
Debut
forgetting
album.
somebody.
Yeah.
Debut album. Lady
Debut
Don's-
album was
Debut album
a
was
madness.
fantastic.
Enjoy your life. I mean,
Enjoy Your Life is
or
one of
something like that.
I would actually
Susie's funeral.
by Santi was a really good project.
Disgusting.
Odunsey's This is the Time to Be Alive of what's the title of that project?
The
again?
time of our lives or something like that.
Something like
Young
that.
John,
project.
his
6
debut
minutes.
EP.
No,
What?
no.
Wait.
I think it
That's
has
a
some
great
really good
project.
songs, but I wouldn't put it in that echelon.
Of really good debuts.
Not great debuts. Great. We're talking about great.
Great.
debuts.
Okay. Lady Don Lisha.
Yeah.
Yeah, for album, yes.
Enjoy Your Life is that album.
Eh?
I think Enjoy Your Life is the best project that came out of. Is the best project that came out of that
Of that one.
of the entire Altero.
What about that? Them Budge and them Fresh Air.
Yes, that was their debut album, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great album.
Pioneers.
Was
Yep.
that Pioneers?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Pioneers,
agree.
great
I think Pioneers.
What about that Budge and Ajabota's collaborative EP?
I agree with you.
You guys are
Which
forgetting.
Part 1.
You guys are
I think
forgetting
it's
some.
Me and you have this argument.
I think it's
one.
You
I
guys
think
are
it's
forgetting a lot of
Bro,
classics.
on your way home, I think it's two.
It's
I
one.
think it's two. I think it's
Say we know they smoke banana. Cool marijuana. Catch me outside if you fuck up
Mulotos
na
girl
yawa.
koni Birmingham.
Brahmana.
Mulotos girl koni Birmingham.
Guys, what about Fouls?
His second album.
It's
was
his second
better
album
than
that
the debut.
did it.
Debut was what's that of that debut? I can't remember. But the second album was
Stories That
was-
Touch.
What's Up Guy was the first one.
Yeah, what's up, guy? Then Stories That Touch.
Stories
That
that
Touch
touch.
is the
Stories that
classic.
touch.
Stories That Touch.
It's a classic. Is it a classic?
It's a great project.
It might not be a classic, but
Might not be a classic,
it
but
was
it's
a great project.
Even with
Moral instruction.
SDC, their first album, which is
Dreamer Project.
the Dreamer Project, it's a fantastic body
I
of
think
work.
Dreamer.
Come
He did a
dream
job,
me.
For us, it did. For us, it did because we will still listen with the ears that we used to listen in 2011.
And those
You get.
projects,
What about Bella Shmurda?
No.
WEP. WEP. Yes. WEP, yes.
Huh.
That is a good conversation.
WEP.
Bella Shmurda. It's not
The version of
a.
WEP was
It's not a high tension.
High Tension Volume 1.
was a-
Yes,
was a
solid.
That
madness.
is a ridiculous project.
Solid.
But
Solid.
What was Runtown's first project?
There was an album. It wasn't a good album. Wasn't a good album at all.
From Wizkid's era, his set, was he the only one that had a great debut project? It would seem so.
Olamide didn't. Olamide's debut album isn't as great as Superstar.
Guys, what about Banky W?
Debut
What?
album, no. But
Sophomore album.
One that had
sophomore
which one
album
had
and third
them
album.
strong thing?
Sophomore album.
Sophomore album.
That was
Sophomore.
is it RBW or the
R&B
W Experience?
The W Experience. The W
Experience.
Experience.
Third album was RBW. Those are two great albums. The debut wasn't that great.
You want if my Kele?
Yeah.
Say you want it, my Kele? Hey.
Which other one are we forgetting?
I'm forgetting so many actually. We can't.
Duncan Mighty's second album.
we can't
First and
exhaust it.
second.
What's Duncan Mighty's second album?
The second album had.
That's the album that has
Obianuju.
Obianuju.
What about Flavor? Guys, what about Flavor?
Flavor's debut was
Akonuchi.
the really good albums from Flavor was Blessed. I think that was.
Guys, what about Brimo?
That
We
one.
can't exhaust this thing now.
That
I'm
one-
telling
that
you
one-
guys,
that one's tough,
there are
bruv.
so many names that were not
That's tough,
Primo.
bro. With Primo, I think the second album was better than the first.
I think the first album was really good.
The first album was good. But
I
the
think
second
that
one,
it's just that Merchant
The second one, he was
too good.
he was very free.
Was too good.
Creatively, he was very
What's
free.
Brimo's ranked top 3 Brimo albums? Excel be free. Let's go.
Yellow.
I agree.
Yellow is number 1.
Yeah.
Followed by Clitoris.
Woo!
Followed by Clitoris.
That's a ballsy choice.
And then Merchant Dealers and
And
Slavers.
Slave.
How about you?
Merchant Dealers and Slavers. I think, and this is a hot take that can get me shot in the streets. I think that
Eso.
For me, Yellow.
Eso Yoruba.
it's a fantastic project.
I agree.
Honorable
I think
mention.
SS.
That's not even where I'm going. This
What's
last
your
one he
hot
dropped.
take?
What's this last one he dropped?
Libel. No, Libel is EP.
This last one he
Can't
dropped.
remember the title of the project. Theta.
Theta and his.
Tabula Rasa.
I don't know where to put Theta.
I don't know
It's
why
a good
Kevin
album,
keeps
but I
giving
don't
us
think
time.
it's a
Maybe
great
Kevin
album.
wants to
He's
us away.
counting down the minutes.
I'm not going to put Theta in top 3.
No.
No. I think what I'm going to put in
What
top,
about Osho?
No. Osho is a real. See, Brimo doesn't have an average album in his catalog. Let's
Yeah.
let's
He doesn't have
settle
that.
first.
That's just one
So
thing to take.
I think the best album is Yellow. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think the second best is Sesson. And I think the third is MDS.
Yeah.
So Clitoris is not for me. In terms of like my list though. So Tabula Rasa and Osho. I think Theta is a little bit low. I wouldn't put Libel EP over Theta. For me.
Fine. We have to round up. Kevin is giving us time.
We're talking about albums. So nice though.
It's long.
It's
That's
so
why
nice.
there's so
It's
many
so
albums that we
nice.
can't exhaust.
So
wait.
Debut albums.
Bro.
But I think in terms of Afrobeats, quote unquote.
I want to tell you another debut album that was really good.
Which one?
Links.
What?
Links.
debut album
No.
was good. It
Is it-
was.
which one had Otuno?
It's the first one.
No, it's the first one, and
The
it was
first
a
one.
slang he continued.
Yeah.
with.
That's what
I love that Links' debut album.
I'm sorry, no.
There was a song he had with SDC and Ladipo.
This one.
Follow Me Go Slow or something like that.
It's not. It's not there. It's not going.
What was Thames'
I
debut?
think a lot of people respect that project.
Which one was Thames' debut?
What was
It's
what was
okay,
what
I've
was
heard you.
Sauce Kid's first project?
Soski's first project was a mixtape. The project I really want to talk about is
African American. Madness.
That's a ridiculous project.
So debut. So Thames'
It's not a
debut.
debut.
Thames' debut was for Broken
For Broken
Ears.
Ears, yes.
Okay.
For Broken Ears is a really good project, but I wouldn't put it in that.
For Broken Ears, and what's her second project?
I can't remember the
She has two projects.
Yeah, she
now.
has to.
For
I think
Broken
for
Ears.
Broken Ears is
If
best
Orange
one.
was a place.
For Broken Ears
No,
is
no,
the
no,
best
no,
one.
no, no, no,
I think
no,
for
no,
Broken
no,
Ears
no,
should
no,
be in
no,
that
no.
For Broken Ears is the best one. I think for Broken
think
Ears
she
in
should
the
be in that
conversation
conversation.
about debut projects.
Yeah, it should be.
Jesus Christ.
I agree.
It's a great.
So the
it's a
second
great-
When I
one
think
is If
about it,
Orange
I
was a
agree.
place.
Yes, it's
If Orange
good.
was a place.
Yeah.
And they're done with us. They say we should go.
One camera down.
They say we should go. It's
One
okay.
guy.
Let's round it up. It's okay.
Ladies
it's
and
okay.
gentlemen.
I'm enjoying this
It's
conversation.
okay, but you don't have. Kelvin says he's not doing again. He says he's not doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for rocking with
Please
us.
help us to nominate the other ones that we have forgotten. We want to stay here, but
Yeah.
Kelvin says he's not doing. He has dropped the headphone. It is very important for us to remind you to please ensure that you vote. Do not just collect your PVC and keep it in your house. Ensure you vote. Tell your friends, tell your family members to vote. Social media conversations are not enough. And getting your PVC for getting PVC's sake is also not enough. Go out and vote. Vote for someone that you trust, someone that you believe in, not someone that you do not believe in. And do not sell your vote to. Please vote for who is right. Thank you.
If you want a better economy where the women are not unemployed,
Are you okay?
make sure you vote in the coming elections.
Stop it, we not employ them women. No.
Use the
My brother,
hashtag.
my brother.
Vote for
It's
Nigeria.
very important. These women don't want
And
to
I
work. Please be with women that have job and they hustle. It is very important. Thank you very much.
Please.
And it's a wrap for this week.
Please.
Go and listen to Moshe to Mohit.
Use the hashtag.
Vote,
Jesus,
use our hashtags. Vote for Nigeria.
Use the hashtag
And
Vote
I
for
registered.
Nigeria. And tag us to your videos at melody_Hassan, at Excel Joab, and at Motalani Alaki.
What? That's not my handle, bro.
I don't care. Whatever.
At one Motolani.
Vote. That's the important thing. Forget Tolani's handle.
Why are you hating?